give more points than Zero himself. Otherwise, we have Zero playing right?
Okay, some interesting background knowledge there. OyA. Did you say OyA?
I mean, I think that's the way I saw him when he was first playing. That's like the first ID I saw him with.
Oh.
I guess he just goes by OyA.
That's so funny.
Or if you're feeling really Kool-Aid man, you can call it
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's funny. OyA in Japanese is old man. He's representing here in the bottom right from Sweden. Is that right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, you can never tell with those flags, right? 4 squares and across the middle. And we asked them to be more original, they declined. So anyway, yeah, he is from Sweden. And I think he is by far one of the younger players here, if I'm not mistaken.
So that is an ironic name then. Well, hopefully he can...
Builds are just really old. I don't know. Speaking of builds, what is happening here?
Well, we've got a pretty standard opener from the Terran, but what's going on the Protoss side of the map? Looks like putting out some buildings here at the front. Gonna be putting some pressure on with a Zealot, maybe?
I would imagine so. You know what we have is actually the most iconic part of any game, and that is Protoss scouting correctly first, no matter what.
Well, he's gotten in here. He hasn't done too much to harass the SCVs just yet.
No, but at this point, the game's already over. That's worth at least 10 SCVs, right?
Well, I think that UltrA's handling it pretty well here. He's got a nice setup back at home. The supply depot on the right-hand side of the barracks gives him a nice little pocket to micro through that the Zealot can't pass, but the Marine can. So if there is indeed a Zealot coming across the map, and I think there's a Zealot about to arrive here in the natural, he should have some area to micro against this.
Yeah, man, as soon as you see that you got scouted first, you have to know it's coming. And, I mean, it's not like you're spawning right next to each other. But it's the same point, you're still going to need the wall. I mean, it's 2 SCVs, so good luck breaking through units that can heal each other.
Well, we'll see how broken it is here with 2 Zealots coming up. You can kill an SCV pretty quickly. And you might want to break through here, try to get on top of this factory, although it is getting close to finish, and now there's 3 Marines on the top of the ramp. I don't think OyA is going to try and break this.
I think he's going to poke up the ramp just a little bit. If he can take a couple of shots. No, now is not the time. Oh, they get stuck on the edge. They're going to try to power through. 1 SCV goes down, but 1 Zealot's already dead. Both SCVs die, but a great hold by UltrA.
Yeah, 2 SCVs for a single Zealot. It's not the greatest trade in the world. You'd like to lose none, but UltrA now going to be able to push out. He's got the Vulture here. Where's that Dragoon? Is it going to arrive? Otherwise, this Vulture can just kite that down, and I think he's going to lose the Zealot for free, actually, here. This is a good trade.
Even if he takes a couple of hits on the Vulture, he'll still be fine. Wow, actually, UltrA coming out of that really tense, really stressful situation, totally fine. He scouts the Dragoon coming through, so we know there's no shenanigans happening on the other side of the map. And this is a great start. UltrA getting his expansion up, and all is right with the world. Unless you're a Protoss player. Actually, I mean, everything's fine for OyA.
Oh, the block on the ramp. Very nice there for OyA.
Oh my God.
And he's going to get in front of it once again there. Gets the 1 kill on the probe. That's super nice for OyA. He's going to be able to hide his build. Whatever his follow-up's going to be here, UltrA's not going to know about it.
You're going to have the Dragoon at the probe. Whoa, okay. No, do not pass go. Do not collect 200 minerals. Everything pretty fine on both sides. So speaking of builds, what is the OyA got going on back at home?
Well, he's going for robotics right now. No word on what's going to be the follow-up after that. Probably a Reaver, I would imagine. But UltrA here, he has no idea. He's got to prepare for everything, including DTs and DT drops. Unless he can get a comm setup here and scout things out before this tech comes into play.
I love the sneaky Vulture. Come in. No, the answer is no. And actually, I think he was just waiting to see what popped out. It is another Dragoon, so all he's got to keep an eye on where the gas is being spent, what's happening over here, and before scan comes out. You know, it's a scary world to be in the dark as a Terran player.
Well, UltrA's got to be feeling a little bit bad about losing that first Vulture, because you'd love to have mines on that to place around the map to see when the Protoss player is going to expand. You also want to kind of sandbag his movement across the map. Now, like OyA, look, he's been able to walk all the way across here. He's not left anything back at home because he's not afraid of a Vulture running by into his natural right now.
love the confidence from Ultra. He's not like pulling SCBAs to repair the bunker. He did heal it back up, so everything is fine, but it's this tentative piece and continuing to poke in, just wanting to scout out, okay, what's the siege timing? How is everything going back there? And he sees that there's nothing else built in the natural, so just going to pull back for now.
A lot of the times you'll see with 4 Dragoons diving on top of a tank, but with only 3, it's a little bit harder, so I like the decision here, just pulling back. It's pretty risky to walk across the map with your Dragoons like that when you don't know if there's mines out here. You know, if he hadn't built those 2 tanks and he'd just gone for some extra vultures, he could have placed mines there and OyA might have walked into them, but now this is a serious push out from Ultra, moving across the map with 3 tanks, quite a few Marines, and Vultures going to be rallied here. This will be tough. He's laying some mines behind him, just in case there's some sort of a counterattack. But let's see what OyA can do to handle this. Has he been producing non-stop Dragoons back at home, and will he have a Reaver in time?
I mean, this is just Dragoons. Until that Reaver shows up, it's looking okay for Ultra. And even if all he does is just push out of the map and establish space, he's doing a great job of it so far. So first shots coming through. Dragoons microing to the high ground, but now just trying to get on top of the tanks. He's going to snipe 1 tank down. 1 Dragoon falls as well. He's trying to kill off all the tanks. He gets 1. He gets 2. The spider mines are down. Is he going to get an ally mine? No, my God, that was almost friendly fire there. But he gets all but 1 tank. What do you think about that? Worth?
That was worth for OyA, killing off those early tanks, man. He's just needs to continue producing Dragoons here, and he should be able to hold on. I don't like Ultra staying right now with only 1 tank. There's just not enough DPS to power down the Dragoons, and the Dragoons that are going to follow up here. Now we've got, what, 5 Dragoons and 1 tank to fight against them? I don't like this for Ultra if he wants to stay here. I think he needs to move back, reestablish his position. He's going to siege up on high ground. A nice little position here from Ultra, but it's not near the natural. It's not really putting pressure on OyA here. He can expand in a different direction and just let this be for now. Maybe go around it, catch some of the reinforcements.
I totally agree. This is starting to become a little bit optimistic to maintain this hold. I mean, high ground siege tanks are pretty good. But, I mean, Zealot's out, and so if he wants to try to run through and make that happen, I think he might actually have enough, but he doesn't have to force the issue, right? There's no pressure. He's not taking any damage. But one thing I always have to keep in my head is like the countdown clock. How long have you let the Terran mine minerals and gas for free?
Right, well, we haven't got a 3rd base here for OyA, and sitting here on 2 bases is a bit scary, but he's got 2 Stargates. Building carriers. He's going 2 base carrier right now.
No.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, I mean, if Ultra doesn't scout this right away, this could be a problem for him, but just 2 base carrier, I mean, that's a pretty big risk for OyA.
Now, first shuttle out. Let's see if he's going to bomb on top of this one. Coming up from both sides. He's got a great Dragoon flank on the opposite side. Couple of tank shots coming off, and the tank gets sniped immediately. Tank dead, and so are all of these poor USMCs. They are out of there, and the final few Vultures are going to get taken out here. You might as well just, take down the mine, and that is a beautiful hold there. It's not really a hold, but it takes out everything from Ultra on his side of the map. It's all blue down here, except for the Vultures that are tucking their tails, metaphorically, between their legs and running on home.
Right, this is the scary bit about, continuing with that tank push. He's kind of lost the tank there. He didn't really trade out for anything aside from a couple of Zealots, I think. Most of the Dragoons did live. Just not enough DPS from that 1 single tank on the high ground, and OyA was under no pressure to kill that, so he just waits until he's got all the tools necessary to drop on top of it and pick it off as efficiently as possible. Now, setting up multiple bases here, he's going to follow up these carriers with a lot of macro behind here. It'll be up to Ultra to get out on the map, shut down some of these bases before this carrier tech can really get online.
Well, that's the big thing right now. It's not about anything other than finding out that carriers have in fact arrived. So unless we see some magic scans, some ESP out there, what's our Goliath count currently? I'm guessing 0.
Yeah, I'm thinking 0 as well. Okay, there's a big scan. He sees the double Stargate. He doesn't see any carriers, but he can.
Right?
Yeah, it's Corsairs or Scouts, either one. But he's gonna be picking up this Vulture, and he sees the interceptors there, so he knows 100% now. He has 3 bases. Let's count the blessings here for OyA, or for Ultra, excuse me. He's got 3 bases. He's got lots of turrets. There's only 2 carriers out right now. He can still switch into Goliath, and this is one way you can play. You can get into 4 bases really quickly, and also expand like all over the map, maybe in the top right, in the bottom left. Try to get some extra bases up and just out macro your opponent with tons and tons of Goliaths.
Attempted Vulture drive-by here. Some decent mine hits, only 1 Dragoon going down, and most importantly, no probe casualties. A nice try there for Ultra, but the cops have arrived, and now it's time to see what our 2 lonely carriers can do. Interceptors are going to be able to take down the 1. I guess there is another turret back there, but most importantly, the Goliaths have come in time after that poignant scan earlier, and now with what is that, 8 racks up, it's going to be a good time to be Terran.
Yeah, 8 factories rolling along here. Time to take more bases, though. I think Ultra, you see the carriers down here on the bottom left part of your main base. They're not gonna, swing through the middle of the map and go all the way to the top right. So taking a hidden base over there or in the top center would probably be a good idea. You're not gonna do one massive push right now and kill OyA, I don't think. You really need to build up into just an undeniably large Terran army, and he's actually moving forward here right now, but you also do need to stop the carriers from moving through the middle of the map unhindered. This is a very wide open map in the middle. There's not a lot of space for the carriers to hide over high ground here.
Oh, he's taking a couple of mine hits kind of off the... Oh, wow, 3 Dragoons getting popped there. The Observer staying a little bit back. No Charon boosters just yet, so these Goliaths are a little bit less potent, but I'm guessing it's about to finish up as Ultra is pushing out of the map for the 2nd time. Something tells me this time might go a little bit better.
There it is. Charon boosters is done. The blue trailing of the missiles. You can see not a lot of Dragoon, not a lot of ground army here for OyA just yet. Losing those early Dragoons means that you can't really fight the Goliaths as well. You want to have something to fall back to. You want to use those Dragoons to fight the Goliaths while the tanks, or while the carriers pick off the tanks. He's doing a little poking here. Got to be careful, though. Do not want to let these Goliaths dive on top of everything. And Ultra here picking off quite a few interceptors. Not really dealing any damage to the carriers, though, just yet.
Yeah, the great carrier micro, able to take out a few Goliaths here and there. And anytime you go carriers, you're kind of playing an econ game, right? You have what is a very powerful army by itself, unless Ultra decides to pull the trigger. So when is that going to happen right now? Because there's more and more bases coming up. OyA transferring to his 4th? 3rd. Sorry, I can't see the minimap. It's a little bit tiny.
Yeah, this is the 4th base. I can actually make this a little bit bigger for us. There we go. Wow, we've got some big screens here at the LAN event today.
True.
All right.
Well, here we go. Zealots running in all of everything. Tanks sieged in the back. Let's see if the support from the carriers and the Dragoons is going to be good enough. Look at those Dragoons. They're firing, or the Goliaths in the back. They're actually doing such a good job dealing with the ground troops. The Zealots almost evaporated. And this is... Interceptors running out. The Goliaths survive, but these Dragoons doing such a good job. They take out all the tanks, and the Terran ground army is thwarted, routed once again.
Yeah, pushing everything back here. All the tanks have been killed, and I wonder if Ultra has any more tanks actually queued up right now. As OyA's going to attack over here towards this 3rd base. There's no tanks here to deal with all of the goons, and he really needs to deal with that ground army so he can actually jump on top of these carriers. Great job by OyA targeting down all of the tanks during that last fight. Now his ground army is just going to be super strong, and the carriers are there to back it up. He's might be able to take out this next base here. This 3rd base is looking like it might be taken down.
Yeah, crucially, the Zealots able to get on top of the Goliaths, and you never want your Goliaths shooting down. They're exclusively up shooting units. Now, good job defending. So now he actually does have quite a few Goliaths here. So that's the only thing holding him on. But this Dragoon's just doing so much damage here. Trying to get on top of the carriers, microing back over the high ground. Great job. The interceptor count still incredibly high. Goliaths starting to fall. Their numbers dropping. And if you look across the map, it's nothing but a big blue trail heading across.
Yeah, this is not the situation you want to be in right now, Ultra. He needs some tanks here because the Dragoons are holding strong, and GG is called. Ultra has to tap out, just not enough. Yeah, I've been here for a couple of weeks. Got to see the islands. It's beautiful here in Thailand. Love it so much. So glad that we got the event here. And look at this. We've got iopq. We've got some more Zergs in here. That's really nice to see.
Yeah, when I first read his name, I thought it was iopq, but he's grown up a lot. Obviously, he's playing the hometown hero, Jumper, who doesn't know that I'm talking about it right now. Okay, there he goes. So, the background story, so it's iopq and Jumper who ostensibly will be playing next. I was watching the practice show matches earlier.
Can we tune up a little bit your microphone?
Can we turn up my microphone?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
This is the first time in my life I've ever not been loud enough.
How's that?
Okay, there we go. Okay, so the volume is up. All right, my backstory. That's where we Anyway, so the players got here earlier before the stream started. They were practicing and doing some custom games and stuff. And so they're trying to get practice games against each other, right? And so I think Jumper was practicing again, or was trying to play a game against Artosis. Now, everyone knows the relative power levels of some of our guys here. Playing out the rest of the game. You can see over there, we're just like, I'm better than this guy. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, it looks over, and obviously there's a lot of playing. So which version of the Jumper mythos is going to show up? Is it Jumper or is it Bonnet Jumper? I don't know.
Well, I hope you would get disqualified if you pulled that move again, actually, in the tournament. But yeah, I think we're going to see true Jumper here going up against the Zerg player. I think we've got one more game before we move on, though. One more game.
That's right. That's
Ultra?
right. So that's your character preview.
Possible two more games, actually, right? One, is it a best of three? Yes.
I believe it. Yeah, it's best of three. So potentially two more games.
All right.
However,
We are ready.
yeah. Okay, we are ready. I'm seeing some go-go's in the chat, and that means that it's about time. It's time to get ready for our second game of the best of two. Best of three. I was talking to Ultra, and I don't know if you guys are in chat. I hope you're in chat. There are quite a few fans of our South American Terran player here, so I'm hoping for a comeback. I just want to see some good games.
Yeah, let's see some great games here. Hopefully, for Ultra's sake, not another cross-map situation. This is a big map here. Looks very similar to our last one, so that can be always tough versus Protoss on cross map, don't you think?
Yeah. Now, I'm guessing these map statistics are from the qualifiers, right? Okay, so in the qualifiers, this is what it looks like. For Terran versus Zerg, it's 2-0, but if you look at the Protoss Terran stats, you would imagine it's going to be pretty easy, which means there's a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, 46% for Terran, 46% win rate for Terran. That sounds about right. This is a big four-player map. Cross map is really, really hard, and I think it looks pretty good for carriers, like even better than the last map. So we'll see if he wants to carry again.
All right, looks like it's time to get into our second game of this best of three series. It's the first games tonight, so let's see how it goes. All right, a little bit rusty on the intro, but I'll go ahead and take game number two. In the upper left-hand corner of Paradiso, in the red from South America, it's UltrA. You take the second one.
Okay, and down here in the bottom left from Sweden, it is OyA.
There he is. So up 1-0, and I was getting a read on the online consensus earlier, and there were some people who were suggesting that because OyA has the least amount of qualifier points in this tournament, he may not be ready to go today. Unfortunately, the haters silenced already. So it's looking good. It's 1-0 up, and I'm not sure if that's more OyA or Proton. No, I'm just kidding. He's playing great, and this time the shoe is, as they say, on the other foot, and it's a first scout from UltrA getting in the base to see what OyA's got going on.
Yeah, he sees everything here, and he's going to be happy to spot OyA not in cross map on this this Paradiso map that we've got ourselves into here. Starting out with the gateway once again, everything looking pretty much the same as last game, except no gas from UltrA. I think this is going to be a gasless fast expand here.
Okay, and that's what you can do, right? If you have no scout and you run this out, you might be a little bit questionable. But here's the bunker coming down. Perfect info on both sides for both players. And a super Gosu, a subscription. Very happy to see that happen. And great support from everybody out there. Thanks so much. If you are tuning in wherever you're from in the world, thanks for supporting this. We've got a lot of great support for this entire event. I know there's a lot of people as excited for this tournament as you and I think our players are excited too.
Yeah, everyone was very excited at the beginning, the outset of this tournament. Everyone, you know, shaking hands and being very friendly. I love to see it at a StarCraft event. And yeah, it's great to be here. I'm so excited for this is my first live event, by the way, guys. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, no more talking trash online. We're in person. You can actually see the guys. That means that we all have to be on our best behavior here. Okay, there's some StarCraft happening here. Natural's already going down. Both players. I think this is not too bad for UltrA. He's already got his bunker up, and all is right with the world. A little bit different, and I think this might actually see a little bit more passive of an opener. I don't know if we're going to see UltrA shove his way across the map as aggressively as he did last game.
No, he's going to just sit here, build probably 2 factory. He might decide to go for a starport to try and get some harassment damage going, but for the most part, he's just going to build a factory. He's going to get a tank out here, and he's going to deal with the ranged dragoons that are going to be hitting his bunker pretty darn soon. And it's really important that OyA gets that damage going and forces the repair, because this CC is way out ahead of his Nexus, so he needs to kind of make up for that fact right now.
Yeah, this is where you see 2 probes go out on the map and double expand behind. I mean, you always want to threaten that pressure, right? You want to show your dragoons at the front, make the Terran player, oh, scared, I have to hide back at home, and then you expand out on the map. But obviously, if you don't pressure enough, then UltrA's just going to chill on 2 bases for 45 more minutes or until they mine out. Whichever one comes first.
Well, I hope that's not going to be the case, but we got the Zealot being made right now. He just made another Zealot? Am I right about that? Or was this the Zealot that came back?
So
it came back to the natural. Okay. He's sending it down to 6 o'clock. I'm not sure what's going on there. He's checking.
Oh, this is suspicious. Oh, yeah, here it is. I think they're here. Okay, what are we doing? This is a very interesting. Okay, he's just checking. There it is. 1 expansion. And I was suggesting a second one, but anyway, here we go. The dragoons ranging the bunker, repair coming through. Now, let's see what happens here, because I don't see any tanks out yet.
Well, he does. He's gonna have to do this repair. It's just part of the build. You've got the tanks on the way right now, but this is just the Protoss tax, right? He went for that early expansion. He didn't have gas before going for that expansion, so he doesn't have a tank until just now. This is the scary part, though, because we've got 4 dragoons here. If he tries to push out and actually stop these dragoons from attacking his bunker, we could see the dragoons run forward and 2-shot this tank, and then things start to get really out of control because you just can't stop this. The siege mode is going to finish. He could still run forward here and actually gun this down, but looks like he's just going to take 1 shot from the tank and back away. So the Protoss has taken his tax, and he's going to back off now, and Terran is going to rest easy for a bit.
And all is right with the world. Nothing serious. But I mean, the Nexuses that are coming up. OyA about to get his 3rd base underway. No pressure here, but you always have to watch out for the slingshot effect, right? Now the Terran's got his economy up and running. He's got tanks with siege mode, and Dragoons are not traditionally great against a lot of those. So we've got to see, okay, what's the next move for our players? Great turret spring around the natural, and yeah, behind the natural, or behind the main, and the mineral line is in the natural as well. So let's see what this observer triggers OyA to do, because he already has his Reaper tech done and on the way.
Well, one thing you can always kind of watch in this matchup is how many gateways are there and how many factories are there. And we're looking at 5 factories, and we've got 4 gateways back at home for OyA. So we're planning on a massive attack here very, very soon from UltrA, and I don't know if OyA is going to be ready for this. He should have a Reaver to kind of supplement this army, but you usually want to have more gateways up than your opponent has factories, and I think that UltrA is going to put it all on this attack here. I didn't see an armory. I don't know if we've got one somewhere in the main base here, but I didn't see it, and I certainly didn't see a science facility. So big old 5 factory attack going to come from UltrA soon. He's hiding it pretty well. He's got most of his tanks in the main, and he's just going to burst out and see if he can actually end OyA here before this game really gets going.
Yeah, shuttle is out. You might imagine there's something not too friendly inside, and coming across the map, I mean, you got to look at OyA's perspective now. He's, I'm going to contain this guy. Well, no, you are not. 5 factories and a dream for UltrA as he gets ready to push out. I think, what does the future look like for us? Step 1, push OyA back, try to make him maybe a little bit less aware of what's coming his way. He did have obs up, but he didn't get in the main, and as the vultures run on by, this is another attempt here for UltrA to get OyA to pull back.
Great block there by OyA to stop this. I don't know why we don't have vulture speed just yet. I think it's because we've only got 1 machine shop here. 1 machine shop. You should really have 2, I think, in the main. Okay, there we go. We do have 2 now to produce double tank and double upgrades here, and the speed is done. Oh, he almost catches that just slippery vulture there.
It coated the vultures in butter. The first time that sentence has ever been said. Unless you're working at a nature conservationist service and you have some proclivities that I don't want to talk about. There we go, trying to surround some of these dragoons while they are vulnerable, and actually vultures killing dragoons never what you want to see. Oh, Scarab goes off. Some revenge, retribution there as OyA gets a couple of hits and then runs with his tail tucked between his legs back home.
Yeah, those mines were pretty decent. He almost got the hit on the Reaver, and the Reaver is the linchpin of the defense right now. You need to keep this thing alive and make sure that it gets some good shots. Oh, did that actually hit? Yeah, it did. It hit 2 dragoons there at the front. So pretty good connection so far. UltrA has done a great job of slowly pushing out here into the front and making his presence felt, but not losing any tanks yet. So he's gathering up a very large army here, and he's getting ready to push across the map. OyA got quite a bit of bank right now. He needs to be adding on a lot of gateways and really pumping up his supply here. He should be ready for this attack that's coming soon. Oh, vultures hitting this pylon over here. He's got to deal with that, but there's no observer to clear these mines just yet.
3 free mines stopping like 1,000 resources from being able to come up here. Oh, 1 scarab in a dream. Okay, it takes 2 apparently. But anyway, all is accomplished. That block to keep the vulture from getting into the main, but still getting a few pro kills here. That's not bad. UltrA just adding a little bit of insult to injury before, I mean, this is, wow, but the horde about to bust out and head across the map. UltrA, I mean, he's got 1 push and a dream here. It's looking good.
Oh, really? Okay.
Wait, what?
A 3rd base gonna come up here. Interesting. Well, the armory is pretty darn late here, and he went 5 factory before going for that armory, so his push is gonna be pretty late. His upgrades are gonna be pretty late here, but I guess he felt like he couldn't get this 3rd base up without really getting into a good supply first, and you know, he didn't feel confident getting his upgrades really rolling here early on either. I'm not sure. I really expected this to be a 5-fact push across the map.
Yes, and I was promised a push right now. I'm very disappointed. My day is... I'm very upset my day is ruined. Anyway, okay, so we have to watch Terran players play more. Anyway, this is great from UltrA. And there's no problem with playing it safe. And he might have been a little bit apprehensive after that first game. You know, it's only a best of 3 in the opening round.
Yes.
You want to say, okay, lost game 1, time to play it a little bit more safely. And now we actually have a game on our hands.
Yeah, there's 2 different, you know, schools of thought. If you just want to play really, really safe after losing your first game, and some people just go all out, ham on the opponent, try to get something going like a 5 factory, big timing, and just trying to win as quickly as possible because they're nervous about playing the second game. But it looks like taking the former here. UltrA gonna play nice and safe. Oh, he's gonna get some free probes here. Transferring probes, gonna get picked off, and more mines being thrown down here. But it looks like OyA is prepared. Oh my, probes, more probes. Okay.
Well, that's good. Well, now the rest of them coming. It honestly might be worth it to just stack the vultures, run them all in there, and kill those probes. That was the most optimistic ceasefire corridor I've seen in the last 2 months.
Well, there it is. Protoss fleet beacon down here at the bottom left. Ultra has no idea. We're going to have carriers here coming soon. He is going to have a pretty decent timing push, though. I think once that +2 finishes, he should be able to come across the map here. Oh, he's going to get into the third. He damaged that pylon earlier, and now he's going to be able to get in here, delaying the mining by quite a lot because he's going to send all his probes back to his natural. He's not actually mining off of this base at all for quite some time. Oh, he's going to send the probes back. This is a good opportunity for Ultra to get more damage. He's not planning to attack here for quite some time, so throwing away these vultures for a bunch of probes is amazing right now.
Again, early transfer of probes back, and
oh
man, these land jitters coming in, and still very, very good trade here. UltrA is killing it.
He's attacking his own Nexus. He's attacking his own Nexus. Oh my God. I didn't notice until it started to burn there. I don't think he did either. But that was pretty scary.
That's right. OyA is not the race that can repair that.
Oh my gosh. Imagine being at a LAN you killed your own Nexus.
That's, I recall pointing at StarCraft 2 moment. Said the no word. Anyway, we're or was it?
Yeah, that's very Idra-esque for sure. Oh, the scan comes through. He sees the Stargate, but does he know that it's going to be carrier? He might be suspecting that it's actually an Arbiter here, because we do have Arbiter, or we have Templar Tech as well. Doing everything at the same time here. OyA, classic Protoss move.
Indeed. No, I love that. I mean, flexibility, right? He's on way up the tech tree, and he's hanging out, getting a good view of the land. His vulture harassment antics are getting tiresome. And now OyA is about to pull the big blue trigger and head across the map of his own. He has a ton of bases. Actually, he doesn't actually have that many. You never want to have the same number of bases as Terran does. And so UltrA is probably completely okay with the way things are going right now.
Yeah, I think he's fine having 4 bases up here. He does really need to find out about this carrier transition, though, and try to stop OyA from growing any further down into the bottom right. He's done a good job of keeping mines up over there, but he doesn't have a vulture down here to stop this probe from getting up and starting to throw down cannons in that area. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Great mines here, just killing off all of these zealots before the Dragoon's going to get over here to engage. And look at that tank count. Looking deadly right now for UltrA. If he attacks right now, he could stand a really good chance of winning before the carriers even come out here.
No, and that's what you want. You want to show up when there's exactly 1 carrier, right? I'm not sure exactly what that count looks like, but it's not high for now. And with this many tanks, I mean, you don't have a lot of supply left for Goliath. So you gotta use these. You gotta either invest them, throw them away, whatever it takes. It's time, because the Protoss is knocking at your door. This 4th base is a little bit squishy, and you don't know about the tech that's coming in behind this.
Yeah, I hope for OyA's sake that he's got some Templar in that shuttle there. I think that's probably what he needs to actually stop this attack coming forward here. And we've got 2 carriers now out. UltrA, he needs to get moving here. Come across this map and start to punish OyA before he actually gets another rally point in the bottom right and gets all those bases up as well.
Yeah, I planted to slow down the 5th and 6th bases coming up for OyA behind this, but honestly, the econ is not what we're worried about. Oh, it actually, wait, it doesn't block the Nexus?
Oh, really?
Okay, that one probably does. But anyway, it's time. It's almost time. And you can see repositioning the tanks there from UltrA, loading the starport down, and oh man, 1, 8, 2, 8, 3, 8, 4, 8. We're going for it. It's time. And I think OyA is very aware of this. And all you want to do is just attack, pull back, slow this big metal ball down as much as you can while you're getting ready for this carrier transition behind it.
Yeah, time to drop storms on this as it moves forward. I'm a little scared for UltrA right now because he doesn't have any supply to throw carriers in. Here he goes, running on top of this. Okay, he's got some Goliaths in the mix. Zealots are being dropped. Wow, this is a really rough trade for OyA. And UltrA, after killing that much ground force, he's going to be able to shove forward here pretty confidently. However, 4 carriers there, a 5th carrier behind this. He doesn't have any supply open to actually make Goliaths right now. This is really not good.
And I think that's why you see him pushing forward instead of pulling back. If he pulls back, what are you going to defend with, right? So he's like, all right, it's time. I got to throw this away, reinvest, and the Goliath follow-up, you know it's coming behind us. And this is where carriers are so good when you have nothing that can shoot at them. So OyA, the tech he needed when he needed it most, and that's going to send UltrA packing back home.
Yeah, I think UltrA may need to split off some forces, go and attack bottom right or something to kind of draw the carriers over there. I'm not sure. This is really rough that he didn't scout this tech. He's got to be feeling pretty bad right now, losing this many tanks. He spent the whole game trying to build up this tank count, and now he's just losing it for free to these carriers that are just raining death from above.
And the biggest problem isn't even what's happening behind right now. It's what's happening behind this. 2 more bases coming up in the meantime for OyA. His economy is just going to be absolutely bonkers, and there's nothing that UltrA can do about this. Oh, turrets, so scary. His 4th base is dead. The 3rd base is having trouble, and we might be seeing a 2-0 for our Swedish Protoss.
Yeah, Protoss is looking really, really good right now. Everything went basically perfectly here with the opponent not being able to scout you. He sat back for way too long, just really on max supply for quite some time before deciding to push out, and that gave OyA enough time to build into this insane army, this carrier-based force, and now he's going to surround this. Looks like there's Storm here as well. The tanks are actually taking a DPs coming out. Just every trick in the book here for OyA right now.
Oh, you know you got a Dark Archon. This is like the
start building your own tanks. Mind control and start building your own tanks. What beats that? What beats carrier and tank there?
Carrier siege tank. Oh, hold on, I gotta write this down in my Okay, anyway, I mean, either way, there's nothing to do to save this 4th base. That is absolutely done. I love the optimism from UltrA, the good old-fashioned triple expand.
Oh yeah, he's taking a bunch of base in the top right. This is what I was talking about before, is it's harder to move your carriers around the map. Like they're not very fast, but we've got DTs up here, and the carriers are actually on this side of the map. So taking these bases is not going to result in much here for UltrA. Just more lost money here, not able to cancel that command center.
Lions are out, but it's just too little too late. Critical mass. What I am after dinner last night, but also the carrier count is absolutely terrifying. And for UltrA, I mean, this is kind of the death throes.
Well, he's resting all his hopes on this attack down here at the bottom right. We're not getting a shot of it. There it is. Tanks are doing all right, but it looks like the goons in 1 storm should be able to clear this out. And yeah, just not quite enough here. This attack, had it come out like right as the carriers were revealed, maybe he could have killed a couple bases down here, but as it stands, OyA's got enough rallies, and his carrier count is just ridiculous. It's way too high. What is this, 12, 13 carriers now? It's pretty crazy. Okay, what is this, 10, 9 carriers? More than enough to finish this game here.
I think he did lose a carrier, and one is in the red, and the Terran player is still alive, so I'm holding on. Is this
okay, hidden base.
Optimism. Yeah, the hidden base is up. I think the DT just now heading over there. And, I mean, he's got to be mined out in his main natural, so he's on like 1, 2 pieces.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there are arguments to be made for the Terran. If you manage to pick off a couple of bases during the carrier transition, and then there's not as much mining here, but OyA's just got 3,000 minerals in the bank. He can make interceptors for an eternity, and GG, UltrA's gonna tap out, and OyA takes this series 2-0.
Some claps in the background. Really, really impressive to see that. You gotta know UltrA. I mean, this guy came from South America, almost like 40-hour flight here to the middle of the island in Thailand, out here in Phuket, and I don't know how many of his countrymen had preceded him. Not high. And so he's pioneering, he's forging his way not only into the StarCraft tournament, but also into the bracket. But unfortunately, an O2 will drop him down to the losers bracket, and OyA will advance on to the winners of Group A.
Yeah, he's still got a chance here, UltrA does, but that's a pretty hefty loss there here in Group A. Congratulations to OyA for the first winner of this tournament. LAN, VSL Thailand. Very exciting.
VSL Thailand, the future. Setting the stage for what we know as a regional championship. Night in Thailand. And we actually do have some Thai fans, players. The cohort is alive and well here. I'm not sure exactly who's coming, and also there's like a for fun tournament happening on the 16th, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, cool. Yeah, nice. I mean, this is for fun for me, but this is all just for fun.
So I guess that means that we're finishing up Group A here soon. No winners interview, but I'll run over and harass OyA like Ultra was harassing earlier on, and see if I can get some final thoughts. But iopq Jumper coming up. Obviously, iopq the Zerg hopes solidly in his hands.
We should have the winner come over here and say something. Ask him a question.
Either way, I don't know. I'm just excited to watch StarCraft in Thailand. There were quite a few StarCraft 2 tournaments in Thailand when it first came out, and I was really excited. He developed into the region. As far as StarCraft 1 goes, not a lot. So we're happy to change that for the first time in 25 years since StarCraft came out. I was barely born at that point. Technically, I was alive, although not very much. What were we doing when StarCraft came out?
1998. I was 7 years old, I believe. 7 years old. So not yeah, some Legos, some Playmobil, if you know what that is.
My giant building zealots, but I don't know what they were called. The game hadn't come out yet. No, I don't know. Yeah, we've come a long time, and I think, I don't know how long you've been around, but it's probably long enough to hit like 20th anniversary. I don't know if we celebrated the 15th anniversary. That wasn't really a thing.
I'm not sure.
We had to commemorate it.
Right. Well, most people thought that it was going to die, but here we are, 25 years in, and we're still alive and well. Great tournament here. Did you get to taste some Thai food today or yesterday?
So I came to Thailand for the first time about 2 months ago. But that was the Bangkok experience, right?
Okay.
So it's very glitzy, glamoury, wow, everything's so cool. And then you come down here to Phuket, and it's much more sort of rural jungle island kind of vibe, and still amazing food everywhere. People here are so nice. How many Thai words do I know? Well, I don't know any. I can say hello. Do I know what I'm saying? No. It could be a curse word. I'm so sorry to people in Thailand. But I'm doing my best, and I was able to order chicken and rice, right? And yet somehow, science, it tasted so good. So good. And it's 33 degrees outside.
Yeah.
For context, in Korea right now, it's about -1. So a little bit of an upgrade, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. It's very nice and hot here right now. I've been getting burned the whole time I've been here. My lily white skin just can't quite handle it. My gamer skin is not used to this type of UV.
The gamer skin. As we hide back in the arena. Leave it to a whole bunch of gamers who come to the jungles of Thailand, food and culture everywhere. And we're in this dark gamer cafe. And actually, to be fair, if you guys want to Google the Legacy Esports Arena in Phuket, you can check out some photos of this. I've been uploading a few. There's like a video walkthrough I did. If you join the 20th anniversary Discord server, that's in there. Photos. We have a whole host of paparazzi. You even are involved in the paparazzi. There's so many cameras here.
Yeah, we've got live streams going all over. We've even got a film crew here that's making a Russian documentary about StarCraft Broodwar. Did you hear about that? Yes.
I just assumed they were here filming for no good reason.
No. I met the film crew a couple of nights ago. Alexei and his girlfriend, I can't remember her name as well, but they were a bit of a film crew team, and they've got some cameramen, and they've got lights, and they're doing interviews, and it's a whole production here right now.
These are big cameras. They're very professional, and I have not been asked to be interviewed yet. I'm still considering whether. No. I think they did a couple player interviews earlier, but I think it's mostly like the documentary part of it. And maybe there's like a media day afterwards. I don't know. I thought I could escape that by coming to rural Thailand, but I guess not.
I think that it's a little bit loud in here for one-on-one interviews, so they might be doing it a little bit later.
Is that not part of the charm? Gates jacked up to these microphones.
Yeah, that is the reason we have these noise gates so high, and we're actually fiddling around with the audio quality here. I hope it sounds good enough. I went through a bunch of filters here that I use on my home setup, but it's a totally different environment right now. Actually, things have gone pretty quiet in here. Are we getting ready for the next game?
I think so. So the next game is going to be iopq versus Jumper. I have seen them both in person. They are here, alive. Somehow they've managed to survive long enough to get here. But I don't see any quote on their comparing to. And in fact, the greatest mystery of this tournament is what are we going to do when Hero starts playing? In theory, he's going to be playing a little bit later. He was on the fence. I tried to bully him as much as possible, guys. And I do believe he's going to be playing, which means that we have to maybe take over a little bit here.
We might have to get someone else in the observer chair, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Well, I do a lot of observing and casting at the same time. That's relatively okay. I've been practicing a lot, but definitely not optimal to do both at the same time.
Well, let's see. I was watching some of the other players. I think Jumper is just gone. He evaporated. He's sublimated into mist. Also, there's the Polish player Mist here. He's standing over there. He's in fact jacked AF. Not disappearing at all. Here. We got UltrA, who's doing an interview for the documentary right now. We've got who else is there?
SPX is over there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
We got film crew. I mean, actually, they are doing an interview right now, so they must have found a workaround to cancel out our voices in the background.
Cameras, the magic is technical issues. And I think those are somewhere. We also have foreign languages streams for the tournament. I think we're working on a Spanish language stream, which unfortunately I will not be. Spanish.
No Spanish. No hablo. No hablo español.
Oh yeah. So also watch in Russian. Baby Magic has a Russian language stream that's going out right now. I'm not sure who has more viewers. Probably less. Like.
Right. Totally. I've never been accused.
You want to grab a snack and pretend like you're cooler than we are, then go for it. But
how cool would it be if we weren't even being recorded right now? We were just.
Oh no! It's just
yeah, no.
This is actually what it looks like in my nature. They just put me in a box and it gets cast all day, but nobody's actually watching. They just like make up a numbers like you're live to 500,000. Wow, guys! But all the chat is just like AI chatting to me. It's like, oh, just make him feel good enough so that he doesn't realize we're harvesting his body for fun. And you know what? I'm okay with that. No, give me the steak. Lock me in. I mean, I already feel like all of my muscles has atrophied anyway, so I'm not using it.
Oh, you're in the Matrix.
A good call.
You're in the Matrix. You're getting plugged back in for the steak.
I feel like out of all humans on Earth, I'm in the high percentile of being plugged in. I don't know if I'm making my parents proud, but it's working all right so far. What do we do currently? I'm waiting for you to come up here and tell us to stop talking.
Yeah, it would be hilarious if you just put us on mute and walked away. But I think we're going out live, and there should be another game starting up here soon. We've got iopq is in the game right now, and we're just waiting on Jumper. He was set up right over there, so I guess he can't sit over there because then maybe he could screen peek over onto Zero's computer. So I think they've probably moved him to another computer and they're just getting set up now.
Player, he would never screen share. That makes sense now.
Right.
Well, wait, am I allowed to spoil what map they're playing on?
Yeah, I think they're all playing on the same maps. No, this is a different map here, isn't it? No, that's the same map.
Oh, it is.
I'm not really super familiar with all the BSL maps. I didn't play in the qualifier. Okay, Jumpers in the lobby here. We're just about ready to get into our next game.
If you find far. Guys, they have men in sunglasses, dudes standing behind us, talking. We're legally obligated. Either way, the next map will be Neo Rush Hour. We have our sexy map graphics and everything up on the screen. Big thanks to Zero behind the scenes and his host of Christmas elves that help him prepare the graphics today. In the qualifiers, it appears as if this is a somewhat good map for Terran. However, for Zerg, as we have to mention, iopq is here, then it's looking okay, kind of. Either way, we're ready to go. So we're about ready to get into our first game of our second best of 3 from Group A. This is iopq versus Jumper.
All right, here we go. Match number 2. Spawning here. In the top left-hand corner, iopq, the red Zerg player.
That's right, in the bottom left-hand corner from our current home country of Thailand. This is Jumper, blue Protoss player. Okay. Now, we've already seen one Protoss player and OyA play earlier. He had a rousing 2-0 victory. Some really solid play, although he did attack his own Nexus there for a little bit. Anyway, everything else looked pretty good, and now we get a chance to see what the Thai Broodwar meta is.
What is the Thai Broodwar meta? I don't know. Jumper might be the only Thai Broodwar player I've ever met in my life, ever heard of. But he must be happy to be here in his home country and able to represent. And we'll see how he wants to open up here. Looks like he's thrown down a pylon in the front, and it looks like a gateway to start things off. So putting on a little bit of pressure at that front.
Big surprise. Either way, I mean, at least we get a chance to watch one of the Zerg matches that we all event. I mean, unless we get a chance to see more of IO forward, the hatch rank is down, nothing crazy, so good for building drones. Now breathe a sigh of relief, and all is right with the world.
Yeah, it looks like 12 hatch here from iopq. He's gonna grab his spawning pool, but there's always this little bit of difficulty here in the early game for the 12 hatching player. You're going to have to deal with this zealot. Basically slow it down with your drone, and then you're gonna have to micro your drones against the zealot and the probe in the early part of this game. He's blocking on the ramp for quite some time, you know, really not letting Jumper up here into the main to kind of harass the drones. But I don't know, I don't really see this too often, just sitting here on the ramp with one drone. It seems like keeping that off the line, you know, loses you quite a bit of economy here.
Yeah, that's like half of your mining force right there.
I really don't have many.
But it's not a non-0% either way. We were going up there with quite a bit of and he blocked. I don't know why he blocked for so long and leave and with the probe. I guess the chase up. So, you know, getting it. Wow, nothing surprised. Controversial things. No, great scout there for Jumper. He's getting in there, he's perfect information, and here comes the Zealot.
Yeah, the Lings are out here in time to deal with this Zealot. Usually with the 12 hatch, I'm not sure what happened. Usually with the 12 hatch, you will be able to get in there with the Zealot, maybe get a swipe or two before the Lings pop out, but the Lings are out here in time, and he's going to try to surround this. He's really doing a good job of not allowing this into his mineral line. The probe is taking some pot shots. Maybe it got a couple of hits on a drone. It's 2 hits from probe. Oh, he's gonna get one drone. Just barely gets that.
Oh, no, you got a second, right?
I didn't see any blood on the ground. I don't think he got that.
Okay. Sorry.
But supply block here from iopq. This can happen. It happens all the time when you're in this type of situation. The pressure is on the zealots in your main. You're trying to deal with it with lings, and you forget an overlord. This is brutal. Yeah, not able to produce anything right now. iopq in a bit of a desperate situation.
Yeah. It's just trying to run across the map and get something done. This is like a lot of Zerg.
Yeah, there we go. The moment the Overlord pops out, he's going to make a bunch of units here, jumping up from 18 to 23 supply basically instantly. Oh, and he misses. Oh, no, he has to cancel. Oh, no, iopq. You got to place the building in between those 4 little doodads. Oh, no, pushing it off a little bit to the side there. And kind of, misplaced. That hatchery has to cancel and put it down once again. That's so brutal.
Okay, working on my... I was told that I was in a swimming pool underwater, so hopefully it sounds better now.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I hope so. You getting echo now?
No. Okay, we're good. All right.
Okay.
Okay, guys, back to the game. Sorry for the technical momentary difficulties there. Anyway, okay, 27 out of 26, desperation. That's not many Zerg units. That's my expert analysis.
Yeah, not many Zerg units at all, but a Hydralisk attack is going to come up here. iopq going to lay it all on the line. How did he lose an Overlord here? Or did he just drone trick out another drone?
Yeah, he extractor trick there for, like, the desperate extra unit, but, like... I think that might be a little bit optimistic. Either way, here comes Zealots. If there's 5 lings on the ramp, he's going to have to pull drones to stop this. It's going to be a massacre.
Yeah, he should have Hydras being built right now, and he's just getting this 3rd base online. There's the Hydras popping out. He's going to have to fight with the Hydras here, and that's really good situation here for Jumper. Seeing these Hydras right now, he's going to have a million years to build cannons back at home. He's gonna lose all these zealots, but he's happy to lose these right now, just buying time for those cannons to come up, and he should be fine. He's even gonna get a drone, gonna get a second drone.
No way.
Oh no, this is really not going well for iopq.
All 3? Yes! Wow. So perfect information. Drone kills. He killed off a bunch of Zerglings too, and he's got plenty of time for cannons back home. The Thai StarCraft style coming through. Play like water or something. That's the StarCraft advice, right?
Right.
I watched a build order tutorial about that.
Okay.
Bruce Lee toss.
Well, Jumper, he had a cannon in the main, but he cancels it so he can get out more cannons here at the front. This is very bad right now for iopq. He's also supply blocked once again. He can't really produce anything right now. He doesn't have very much money to produce as well because he's lost so many drones. He's going to try and break through here at the front. There's not many zealots left over because most of them already died. For Jumper, so that might give him a leg, like a lifeline here if he can force out this many cannons, and he's transitioning with a bunch of hatcheries coming up and getting into a ton of drones. He might be okay here.
Okay, I think we do have caster audio now that we're back to the normal view. Sorry guys, just giving you a little bit of a break. That was a test to see if we were really watching.
Oh, so was my voice not going through as well?
No, I think just for the FP view.
Okay. Something happened. That's
also,
interesting.
Apparently, I have a little bit of reverb here. The only thing worse than hearing my voice once is hearing it twice. What is that unit? Sorry, did we add a StarCraft 2 unit into here? Where did that come from?
That is a scout. Jumper built a scout here, clowning on his Zerg opponent. He may end up regretting this though, because iopq, I mean, he's supply blocked right now, but he's getting his hatcheries up, and Jumper used a lot of money on cannons back at home. He's not going to have the gateway count up here for quite some time, and this is really buying that time for iopq to actually get back into his macro.
Where's your lair? Oh no!
Oh, thanks for the tip. Now he's gonna.
I was about to gaslight everybody into thinking that scouts were part of the Thai meta, but no, it's actually just a little bit of alternative manners.
Oh, look at this! No probes mining at the natural. What's going on here, Jumper? He's asking questions of iopq. He should be checking his own base right now. Not even mining with most of his probes. He's got like 5 probes at the natural mining right now.
Also, he has no third base coming up and no he's walled in. That is a lot of cannons. I think he was just like, oh, and then he's gonna come bust me. But perhaps the mind games are iopq's. He's like, oh, I'm gonna come bust you, and he's just chilling on 3 bases for now. Although I will say, finally, no, he's still almost supply capped. Okay, now the overlords are out. That one scout, I didn't see how many kills it had, but it was non-zero.
Two kills on that scout, and I mean, that's not even close to worth it. 2 overlords. I mean, how much does a scout cost? Is it 250, 125, something like that? I can't even remember.
I assume that it's as much as a Nexus. I mean, it's that good, guys.
It's a lot.
One of these days, we're gonna hear like the deathbed biography novel of the SC1 design team, where this guy is gonna justify why they're so expensive. They're just really good units, guys. They do so much. They attack the air, they attack the ground. Wow. It's like a reverse Goliath.
Well, we've got quite a few zealots heading up to the 3rd base, but look at iopq, man. He's got a really good SimCity here. I don't think he can break this with just pure zealot. Definitely iopq practicing this map and getting his SimCity kind of mapped out here, kind of set up properly. Yeah, you really aren't going to be able to get through here. Maybe he can just focus down some drones, but all of the zealots are going to die. He's blocked in now.
Dude, you know what? Okay, for ultimate justice, iopq has to type, where are your units?
Where's your scout? Why are you building a scout?
Normally, Hydras versus Speedlots is not a good fight. However, that time I think he was okay with it. So now, the shoe, as they say, on the other foot. Hydra's streaming across the map from 3 Zerg bases, and that is, I mean, it's very well defended, but I don't know how much, that's a lot of High Templar.
Wow. Yeah, that is too many High Templar, I would say. You need some Zealots in there as well. I know that Storms are good, but iopq right now, he is in a position where he can take another base. He's ahead in supply. I think the right choice right now is to grab a 4th and just go into Hive. Get some lurkers out. Yeah, it's all good. Okay, he's building Muta right now. Interesting. Yeah. Mutas are great at sniping Templar, but yeah, maybe he can get in this main base, deal some damage, slow things down. The natural is not very well defended. Here comes a drop.
No way.
1 Ling is actually in the path of this drop. Muta could shut this down completely, by the way. This shuttle would just be doomed if he notices it on the map. He does. I just saw his screen move over there. He's got the Mutas here. Jumper in a lot of trouble. He's going to lose this drop for sure.
Oh,
there
Jumper.
It is.
Oh,
beautiful.
Jumper, why did you have to pick that username? Oh, no. He is going to get this shuttle taken out. Drops 1 lone Dragoon out of it. But the shuttle is no more. Storms, the humor's truly mine. No! Massive storms on the drone line. Well. All according to Keikaku.
All according to plan there for Jumper. Bringing the Dragoon along to eat some of that damage so that he could get the storms off. That was what could have been completely shut down there, but Jumper still managed to get value out of that drop and some serious destruction on iopq's side of the map. He's going to take some time now to recover, add on those drones, and Jumper's going to start to move out, so he'll have to switch back into unit production again in order to hold this next push. Coming in for the Templar snipes. Big snipes here, getting 1, 2, standing right on top of all these Templars, so the storms are going to hit them as well, and every single Templar's been picked off. And Jumper, oh, he gets the last bit of those mutas, but all of those Templar are dead.
He needed more scouts, man.
He needed to maybe make one of those into an Archon. I mean, do you need 8 Templar or maybe 6 and 1 Archon?
I think in the Prima's official strategy guide for StarCraft Broodwar, they list the Scout as an air superiority fighter craft. So where's my air superiority? I've been lied to. All right, Dragoons versus Hydralisk. All right, Storm. Oh no. Yeah, this is not looking good. I mean, to be honest, this is way more back and forth than I expected. I think we've had some minor slip-ups, some ding-dongs on both sides. But right now, that's a lot of blue coming across the map. A big arc of Protoss, and here, but more reinforcements coming down from iopq. The Dragoons in a perfect arc. Convex versus concave, Zan. That's how that works. The Dragoons dealing handily with the Dragoon, with the Hydras. More Hydras coming from behind, but there's even more Dragoons reinforcing here, and all of a sudden iopq going boo-boo? No, sorry, there's nothing there.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, Rapid, this is not the worst situation in the world for iopq. There's no storms here, and he did deal quite a bit of damage to the Dragoons. A lot of that time, we didn't have Zealots in front of them. They were just fighting straight up Dragoon versus Hydra, and now the reinforcements are here. There's still no storms, and the Dragoons have been injured. They've been lowered in number, and eventually the Hydras should be able to overcome this. He just needs to hit from both sides and keep on producing Hydra here, and he should be able to stop this attack from finishing him off. Oh, he's catching Templar coming across the map right now. This is huge. Catching these Templar before they can get in range and actually storm down the Hydras is massive. iopq doing a great job right now holding everything off. He might be able to kill this army, to crush this army, unless Jumper heads back home right now.
Are we stable? I think so. I thought that iopq had made a little bit of an OOPS there, but I think he's okay. He picked off those high Templar, and honestly, his Templar snipes all game long are one of the main things keeping him in the game right now. It really feels like Jumper, he gets these ideas, right? He's like, all right, now I'm going to go for a scout. All right, now I'm going to go for 25 high Templar. The muta control, I mean, I think these are some of the last mutas that are out there, so a little bit of miscontrol there, but I think this is more than enough to hold on. He's got okay upgrades, although there's +2 weapons on Hydras versus 2-2 on Dragoons, so this is going to be an absolute meat grinder. Jumper defending that base with ease.
Yeah, it's time to get some lurkers out here on the map. We've kind of passed the point where pure Hydra's going to be able to handle the Protoss army. He's still going to be able to get in here and harass a little bit. Looks like he will snipe a couple Templar. These are great snipes right now, but Jumper's going to finish this off. He's going to hold this base. He's going to get his 4th online, and this is going to go into a long game here. iopq has his 4th up and operational as well, I believe. But you never want to be on even basis. Okay, there's no drones over here, so he actually needs to pump that drone count up and get into another base here. Got to stay ahead of the Protoss player if you want to be able to compete late game here in ZVP.
Late game. How are we talking about that now? I mean, I get that it's like 17 minutes in, but I absolutely thought this game was going to end like 4 times already. But here we are. The beauty of the game. The highest level of Thai StarCraft that's ever been played. Probably true. More storms going out onto the mutas. Mutas dead. But look at the supply counts. This is absolutely huge for Jumper. He's got his econ going. Hopefully the probes mining. Okay, he learned. Oh, actually, there's still some idle probes at the Nexus. Anyway, the more things change, the more they stay the same. So what's next, San?
Well, what's next is lurkers, I hope, for iopq. I don't see any right now, but he should be having lurkers. He should be getting into his hive. Crackling and Defiler will be the next tech that should be coming out. Okay, we've got triple Evo chamber and the hive plus the Defiler's mountain. Here we go. Bit of a counterattack here coming into Jumper's 3rd base. A quick snipe on a Nexus here is amazing. If you can get this Nexus without losing all these Hydras, I think this is just fantastic for iopq. Jumper just going to transfer all his probes down to the bottom right. He's taking that that base down there as well. It is on high ground. He doesn't have any cannons over in that spot just yet, but if he gets that base operational, he'll still be on 4, and he will still have that massive economy to kind of field this giant Protoss army. A few more Hydras running by right now. iopq slipping a little bit on his macro. He needs more hatches right now, and he needs to get more bases operational here ASAP. More lurkers need to hit the field as well, and you know, he's just kind of letting Jumper roam around and take a good position, decide where the fight's going to be, and iopq is just going to have to react to everything that Jumper's doing right now. We having some audio issues again, or?
I think there might be a few, but guys, we can only do 55 things at the same time. So I'm going to be a little bit echoey. I think Cyan's going to be a little bit quiet, maybe? I don't know. But the games are good, okay, guys? So that's what we're here for. Although I will say, I'm watching Jumper's camera here, and every once in a while, he looks a little bit worried. Although, if I were in his position right now, well, if I were in his position, I would fail horribly. But if I were in his position with him also being in his position, I would feel pretty confident. He's scouting to see exactly where he needs to put his unit. They are very well positioned. He does have some High Templar this time. These are like the last 2 in existence. But High Tech is already out, up, and on the way. And that means that things are going to get a lot more difficult.
Yeah, things are going to be tough here for iopq, but he's catching some units in the middle of the map. They're a bit spread out. This is not the way you want to engage as the Protoss player. You want to have all your units together and all the Zerg units together where they can be stormed easily and efficiently, and spreading things out like this is not going the best for Jumper, but it looks like he's going to be able to push through as all his army joins up. No storms left over here, though. If iopq can get all his army together and actually send it in at the same time, maybe he can take this fight. No, he's just going to cancel his hatchery and back away, start a counterattack going down here in the bottom right. We've even got a robotics facility over down at that bottom right. He's going to start to produce some Reavers in that location and really start to defend these outlying bases here. Losing a couple of cannons. There's still 3 left. Maybe he can cut through these, though, before Jumper can send some reinforcements. Still pushing forward, but this is a lot of Sunkens and some lurkers as well in the front. Oh, that's a pretty good storm there on some of these lurkers. He's pushing through. iopq struggling to maintain this attack and this defense at the same time. Lings and Hydras on the high ground need to get down here. Everything needs to come together right now to crush this attack. Otherwise, iopq is going to lose all his drones down here and possibly this base as well.
Yeah, things really falling apart for Jumper here. He tries some half-hearted attacks. They get completely stopped in their tracks. The Zealot support non-existent. The counterattack behind this from iopq, devastating, takes out that middle base, and now segmented, separated the lonely Protoss forces. 4 cannons and a dream, keeping that 4th base alive.
Wow, having this base here at the center left for iopq is actually keeping him in a good position here. He's got lurkers on that high ground. He's got Hydras up there. If he builds a few buildings, he won't be broken on that base there, I assume. We got Egg on the ramp as well. He just needs to kill that Observer. If he gets the Observer, you cannot break this. More Zealots coming up here. Jumper really wants to shut down this base if he can, but there it is. Sunkens coming up. That Egg is going to block just long enough, and it looks like he's going to stay secure here. Although, you know what? I don't know. I don't know who's ahead right now because iopq, he's not mining at center left, and Jumper still has that bottom right, that one base with the Reavers being built at it, which is actually giving him a decent economy here, and things are starting to dry up in the main and natural for iopq.
DT's out. The High Templar, correct me if I'm wrong, but these High Templar are regenning full. Like they start from 0. Does he have an amulet? Okay. Well, he's at 100 right now, so at least 1 storm coming in here. There's a lurker at the front. Where's the ops? Okay, there it is, right over the army. So all is according to plan here. No, okay, the Hydras are up top, ready to flank. So you don't want to overcommit to this ramp because you run up the ramp, kill everything, and then you lose your whole army. So this is a little bit of a turning point, I would say.
Yeah. I think Jumper's doing the right thing here. While sending in your units is not going to be the right choice. You want to stand here at the bottom of the ramp and just cast storms on all the lurkers that are within range, and then try to break up this ramp as quickly as you can. Looks like running up here, and those Hydras that you were talking about that were going to be sent in to flank here are not present. They're actually being sent down to the bottom right. They're actually being sent back now to come and help out, and he should be able to crush this army, but he's going to lose so many drones here. Big storm on that ramp. So many drones going down. All the rest of the drones heading in here to the base are going to be picked off by the Zealots and Dragoons. This is a huge moment here for Jumper.
Yeah, absolutely. Jumper getting not only an entire base completely destroyed, he catches the drone transfer, he shuts down the army, and now really things swinging back and forth. I mean, it's felt like it's been in Jumper's favor for a while, but there's been some scary bits, and let's see how this counterattack works out. If there's one thing that's going well for iopq all game long, it's his counterattack, and he's setting up for another one on the right-hand side.
Yeah, another counterattack going to come through. It's probably all going to come down to this. If he can kill one of these bases and get another base up for himself, he might have a shot here. But Jumper already reacting to that. He's sending all his forces down to this bottom right just to get ready to stop that. Looks like going to force the Nexus to cancel. Crackling's pretty darn good. They do deal a lot of damage, even having to cast a storm to get rid of that. But he does prevent that base from going down. Another base here has been added on. Look at all of those drones mining off of a single patch. They really need to get to work somewhere else. Another base over here at the other main area with a couple of lurkers to defend as well. It's going to be a little bit difficult for Jumper to get up here, but he should be able to crack through and get this base knocked out. And I mean, we're just kind of grasping at straws here right now as the Zerg player, trying to get a base up anywhere that we can just to get our economy rolling once again. Oh god, all the drones heading up here.
Oh no.
They got to turn around. Okay, good. They did.
Wow. Yeah, no, that would have absolutely been insult to injury. I'm waiting for round 2 of Where's Your Hive coming any moment now. Jumper, floating million minerals, actually 2k gas here for iopq. And if this were any other game, I'd be waiting for ultras on the way, but there's no minerals to go with it. So this is a rough spot for iopq to be in. Maybe some run bys. Okay, gotta love the swarm, and there's 2 Archons there.
Yeah, unfortunately not going to be able to kill that base. It's not really mining much right now anyway. Only 3 lings or three probes there, but you know, shutting it down would be nice. I don't know about throwing away the lings though, just to deal damage to a Nexus. That's probably not the best call. This base is just not mining hardly at all. I'm really surprised to see iopq not mining there much, but I guess you can cast storms over that wall, so that's pretty scary. Quite a few lurkers over in this location, but if Jumper breaks this, all of these lurkers die, I think that we're just going to see the tap out here. So here comes the final battle.
Yeah, absolutely. No, this is where it is going to be won or lost, but most likely it's going to be very difficult to hold on. Storm on a couple of lurkers. Nice placement there. Pops the front 2, a couple in the back. Double storm on top of it. We got everything in the same control group. We're casting it all. And there it is. The front is broken. The GG comes out, and iopq is out of there. Jump. High Protons player coming out with game number 1.
All right, let me take a look at these sound settings here.
Okay, so we've got our top men.
I will fix it. Maybe do you want help?
Can I hear the stream through your headphones?
You mean the game audio?
Yeah. Or the stream, like what's actually coming from the stream.
You can look at it on the phone.
On the phone? Okay. Or
because do you need it for the?
because there's going to be a big delay. I just want to hear from.
You might use my phone
Okay.
and I give
Yeah, I will
Okay.
make.
Okay. Because I just want to see if I can change some settings.
We've got our data research scientists on the ground in Thailand. Test tubes and beakers.
Yeah, it's connected from the phone. And here's the TV. Just need it just called the
Okay, all right, we're coming to test.
All right, who do we have coming up next?
What is your nation and race?
Okay, high gain on one mic. I assume it's this one.
Zero.
And some reverb on the other. Oh, okay, so apparently high gain on that one and reverb on this one.
Yes, that's
So high gain on that mic and reverb on this one. I'm just talking to our experts here.
because it's live game. Never show. It's a live game. Yeah, it's only the
Okay, let me just do a little test here. Okay, how does that sound?
It sounds buttery smooth to me.
Yeah, it sounds very smooth through the OBS, but through the stream, it doesn't sound very good.
I don't think it's the voice blowing out the mic gain. I think it might be the fan that's right behind us. Peaking. Here, if I turn this on.
Now you can hear the fan.
Guys, you have a Discord?
Discord?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can log into Discord, and I will share the sound to Discord.
Okay. Okay, we can try that.
We need to download it.
Who wants to stop the game? Because I will have to go to the toilet. Maybe there is someone who can walk on. Okay, we are starting, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I hope the audio issues are a little bit better.
Realizing you in my ear. Okay. I think we're about ready to start game number 2 here. So whether or not we are ready, or whether or not we've got the issues fixed, let's just go into game and have a good time. So this is game number 2 of iopq versus Jumper.
Alrighty then. Okay. If they're still echoing, let us know. We'll figure it out. Let's go ahead and introduce our first player in the upper right-hand corner in the red. This is the Zerg player iopq.
Down here in the bottom left, our resident Thai pro player. It is Jumper.
All right, Jumper, what's the rating? We saw the Thai Protoss legend in game number 1. What do you think, San?
Well, I saw a few mistakes, but he seemed strong in the late game. He was able to protect his bases. He transitioned into Reavers pretty efficiently there. Protecting his Templar seems to be his big problem there. I can't give him a rating. I'm not sure where he's at. Maybe 1900?
Oh yeah,
like that?
but obviously like 3,000 Elo trash talking. No, that was excellent to really get an idea of everything that these guys have to offer. Obviously, they both for Jumper, he's hometown. I talked to him yesterday. He said, yeah, so Thailand, if you guys are as geographically challenged as I am, it is one country, but a lot of it's like north, and then you have to go way down this like long peninsula to get to Phuket, which is the island at the south. So he did have a little bit of a trip, but I think it's fair to say that iopq had a little bit more. So you know, maybe the home field advantage, I don't know, but Jumper looks pretty good. But this is the best of 3 series, which means anything can happen. And already, let's see what iopq is up to.
Yeah, I'd say iopq has a bone to pick with Jumper here. The trash talk plus the scout that he made in that last game, that is just disrespectful. And I think iopq is going to be looking to put some punishment on Jumper here and get some revenge.
Okay, all right. As far as the start goes, it's going to be Forge at the front. Nothing too serious. The probe of the main, this is already a huge detriment to iopq. I mean, obviously, it will be dealt with in a little bit. I say optimistically. We'll see. But either way, we do have our player cams up and running this time, so we can see the expressions on both of them. I love that Jumper perpetually looks like he's like worried about something happening. Although I think if I were him, I think it'd be iopq should be a little bit more worried about this probe because getting in to see everything. So if he has some surprises, if he has some armies of his sleeveys, he's got to hide them for now. These 2 Zerglings come up to usher our intruder away.
All right, well, he didn't go for an early gateway this time in iopq. He opened with a 12 hatch, so scouting here at the front with the drone perfectly on time. He didn't build any extra lings. He only built 2, and he's just going to fully commit to building drones here. Is he supply block, though? I believe he supply blocked at 18 once again. Oh, that is so painful, guys. That hurts my Zerg eyes. my Zerg heart is breaking right now. Finally, okay, we do have an Overlord popping out here, but drones rallied to the front. Oh man,
no.
this is part of being at a LAN as well. Like, you're playing on a setup that's different from your own. You know, you might make a mistake with your rallies, and I think that's what we're seeing right now. He just can't even see these drones. He has no idea. Look, he's looking at his natural from the minimap. You can see he was looking at the natural, but he didn't see 2 drones sitting there just not mining.
Oh no, that's like 55% of his income. All right, no, he's ready to go. Okay, he's got them. They were gonna be Sunkens anyway. No, either way, I mean, econ full and for both players. So this is pacifist gaming right here. We've decided that there was too much action in game number 1, and we're never allowed to have that happen again. Both players were reading chat, decided that last game was not slow enough, and that we didn't get to late game quickly enough, and so that means that they'll be remedying that here today. So 3rd base on the way, 3rd hatch up for iopq. I think he's made 8 Zerglings, maybe maybe 6. I don't know. But we have. Is there a movable attacking unit for Jumper yet?
Yeah, I don't think that Jumper is planning to put on any pressure just yet. He's going to be taking up here, getting out his Corsair. He really wants to see if there's going to be any pressure coming, a Hydralisk build or something from iopq, but I didn't see a Hydralisk then, did you?
Yeah, no, I did not either. I think it's just full tech on both sides. A few more Zerglings and just map control, right, for iopq, getting out there to see what's happening. Hatch at the front, and we are just macroing with a capital M.
Got more drones being pumped out here. We'll see how much of a commitment that iopq wants to do into Mutalisk, or if he wants to get Mutalisk at all. Maybe just gonna utilize some Scourge to deal with these Corsairs and work his way up to 6 hatch Hydra. That would be the standard play. But, you know, it worked out very, very well for him last game, going for Mutas and sniping those Templars, so he might try it again.
Yeah, there's the lair, in case we get asked about that later on in chat. But the Hive, or not Hive, Spire's on the way, and then we also have more and more hatcheries. I think you were saying 5, and there's the front, one at the front popping. Evo chambers up, and okay, they are mining gas. I was a little bit worried it was stopped there, but gas being mined. Corsair in to see everything, so no mysteries really on either side, although I guess iopq might be a little bit in the dark here. If you're Zerg playing from this position, what do you feel?
I feel like you got to get that Corsair out of your base here, and he's going to chase those down with some Scourge. Scourge going to be following those all the way back to the other side of the map. He didn't get either of them, so keeping the Corsair number high, I don't think you want to go into Mutalisk here. Maybe just like 4 or 5 potentially, but going any further. Oh my, triple Stargate. Whoa. He does pick off one Corsair. Does he see those triple Stargate? That's crazy.
So Scourge have no eyes at all. They have sunglasses on. They've got 2 pairs of sunglasses with diametrically opposed polarization.
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder Scourge. That's right. So the Ray Charles Scourge going across the map again to see what is happening. This is many Corsairs. Several.
You never see. This is not a build, guys. This is not a build. This is a tie. This is a tie special, I think.
Okay.
I have to ask Jumper about this a little bit later. What was going through his mind, thinking he's gonna go for triple? I guess he's maybe, he took so much damage from the Mutalisk last time, losing all of his Templar. He just doesn't want it to happen again. He's gonna come through here, kill all the Overlords. How many Hydras do we have out right now? Because that's probably all there's gonna be for a while.
Oh, run in. They're all right there. No! Oh my God! No, he's just running by! No! Oh my God! Control your Corsairs. Okay, so he's gonna kill like 2, 3. That's a lot of Overlords going down. He's out of 30 supply right now. There are Hydras out and popping, but okay, hit the Scourge. Oh, the Scourge being targeted. They all connect. That's 2 Corsairs going down, and no, 4 very damaged, sad Corsairs heading all the way back home. Did it deal enough? Damn it.
I'm shaking my head right now, guys. That did not deal the damage that he was hoping to, and the real story here is that I mean, iopq, he has the drones that he wants right now. He was planning to build Hydras to deal with whatever is coming out of Jumper, and just rebuild Overlords. He's already got the drones. Now he's going to build Hydras. There's no pressure aside from that air pressure coming out of Jumper. So he's going to come across the map now and just keep pumping Hydra. And he should be able to even break through this natural. I think he, at the very bare minimum, will force Jumper to build a ton of cannons at his front in order to hold on against this.
Yeah, and behind this, we've got more hatcheries. 4th base now coming up here. We're trying it again. 2nd time's the charm, right? No. No, it's not. And actually, he ran his Corsairs back into a big clump of Hydras. Although, I will say, catching a rally of Overlords right now, that's what you call a group of them, right? A murder of Overlords. Oh no, this is 4 or 5 more going down. Is this like the pigeon meme? Is this working? A successful strategy? No longer a meme build?
Well, I mean, you shouldn't be losing any Overlords right now. You know what Jumper is doing. You got to keep your Overlords with your army, at least with some of your Hydras. Maybe leave 1 Overlord at each base just in case a DT sneaks in, but keeping the majority of your Overlords with the army at this point is the right call. Coming forward now with a mass Hydra. There's nothing here for Jumper to defend, and he did not build those cannons, so he may just get broken right now.
I'm just saying, if you tilt the front end of a Corsair down a little bit, surely it can fire at these things. No, I mean, to be honest, if you never change your Overlord rally point, you will keep losing them. However, unfortunately, Overlords are not what's about to run the face of your base into the ground. Okay. Sorry, we've no microing allowed in this game.
No micro here at all. Looks like more cannons are being added on now. Finally.
No, you move. No, you move. No, you move.
iopq probably could have broken him by this point, but now there's quite a lot of zealots out here.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's
quite
the flood.
My eyes, they have not seen the glory of the Lord. This is absolutely the worst thing No, it's not. We've seen some bad stuff. But is this even? Question mark? I mean, it's 97 supply for Jumper, so that's like not bad. Question mark? I mean, this is Zealots on top of Hydralisks. That's also not bad. More Hydra reinforcements coming in from behind. The retreat is working out pretty well, but he's running away. I thought he was supposed to be winning the game by now.
Yeah, some Hydras could run by this and actually cancel the third base, so he's going to have to bring the Zealots back for now. Do we have Lurker tech on the way here? Just Mass Zealot does not do well against those Lurkers, and I doubt that we, with all of the Corsairs that have been built, been able to afford a robotics and an observatory here to actually have some of that detection. Yeah, I don't see one. Okay, there it is. There's the Robo. He's actually gone into Templar tech as well. So much gas was spent on these Corsairs, though. Jumper, he should not be allowed to get this third base up. I think this is illegal, an illegal move right now. Jumper, he should not be allowed to get this.
Take him straight to jail. No, I mean, he's got to finish the game first. Whether or not the judges rule in his favor after this, we'll find out. Okay, so iopq, he's got his units very spread out here. If he comes in from behind, he might be able to absolutely shut this down. Cannon's not up, and absolutely the worst positioning for those Corsairs ever. No Lurkers to be seen anywhere, and Zealots on top of Hydras does not work for the Hydras. And they are out of there. So this base comes up, the Hannons warp in, the Hydras come around, but way too late, and no! Oh no, the saddest storms you've ever seen. The Templar actually somehow surprisingly making it up to get the sickest flank storms of the Hydras. Oh my god. A little bit of an anticlimactic Archon morph at the end, but that was strangely not bad.
Yeah, that probably could have gone a lot worse there for Jumper. Now gonna make Lurkers here in between the natural and the third base. Really needs to get these rallies going right now. Shut down the Templar from coming up to assist his base, and he should be able to break through here. Ooh, losing some mutas there to the front. That's not good. He getting baited into the cannons there with just the few units that he's got left. Here comes another storm. Another big storm there. Lurkers are now done, though. And is he going to just dive on this third with Lurker? I don't know about running Lurkers into cannons. Now the Hydras are going to come up to assist. More Hydras here from the top as well, crossing that ramp. Lurker's going to come forward and burrow, and it looks like the third base is going to be shut down. Jumper in a terrible spot right now because iopq has his fourth base online, and Lurkers are now out. This is tough. This is very tough.
Yeah, now you have the pendulum swinging back and forth so many times this game. Supply blocked again. Story of our life here. iopq will need to get a few more overlords, but mission absolutely accomplished. I didn't see. Did he snipe that obs at the beginning of that last fight?
I did not see that.
No idea. Okay, all right. But anyway, the base is gone out of here, and now all of a sudden, Protoss becoming an endangered race. Trying to run back with the tail between the legs, between that front wall in, but that's just too much. Jumper, GG's, and we've got a series on our hands.
Yeah, the triple Stargate play not paying off. What a surprise.
If you guys were writing that down in your build order notebook, maybe hope you're using pencil. I want to flip it around, turn the eraser around, and get rid of that one. I mean, look, if it works, obviously, you're God of the game. Threads being written about this right now, but unfortunately, justice prevails, and Jumper will be sent straight to jail after attempting what was egregious assault on our eyeballs.
I can't really hear you well now.
You can't hear me? Really? I feel like everybody in this island can hear me. I'm trying my best. Apparently, give us a thumbs up emoji if you guys thought that was okay, or a pukey face emoji if you hated every second of it. Actually, mods, ban them if they type the bad emoji. Anyway, at least we have a best of 3, right? This is everybody's dream, right? Anyway, I'm just glad that we have a series on our hands. Also, Jumper doing quite well that first game. I think maybe got underestimated a little bit.
Obviously, when you come to a land halfway across the world, you never know what to expect. Land jitters. This is the most people that any of these nerds have seen in their entire lives in one. No, I'm just kidding. This is what we call telling on yourself.
Self-snitching.
That's right. That's right. Nothing but honesty here. Either way, we're getting I think the sound should be okay as long as we turn our mix up on our end. And with the casters and players joining the lobby, we are dangerously close to game number 2. We are ready. Okay. Our substitute producer here, organizing, observing, in-game, out-of-game simultaneously. We're ready to go. We have go, R's, STARTs, and a good luck in the chat. It's time to get into game number 3 in this best of 3 Group A, second best of 3 of the day. And here we go. All right, it's time. In the bottom left hand, right. God damn. Okay, I'm done here. Your turn. Okay, in the bottom right hand corner of the map, in the blue, Protoss. Sorry, it's a little bit of lag on our end. Playing Protoss. This is Jumper, I think.
All right, an iopq spawning in the top left. Sorry, I was working on some audio issues here.
Okay, we're good,
Apologize, guys. It was working. It was sounding all good on our end, but through the stream here, it sounded a little bit off. Let us know if it sounds better now. I think I might have fixed it.
Okay, yeah, by the way, Sayan is the brains of the organization here. He's the one plugging and unplugging everything. I'm just here to talk shite as much as possible. So either way, by our powers combined, somehow we'll have a video game tournament here. Either way, the game is starting. We're playing, I believe it's StarCraft 1. Is this the Broodwar expansion? No, I'm just I got him right as he was taking a drink. Yes, mission accomplished. Okay. All right, they're doing things in the game. Natural expansion coming up, and it looks like we may be in for a repeat of our previous game in the series, although hopefully we take some crucial detours during our build orders.
Yeah, hopefully we don't go for another triple Stargate. I think Jumper is going to get serious here. We did the scout build there in the first game, and
was that a build?
to win.
Sorry, I was told that
got a little cocky after that and decided to go triple Stargate.
I was told that I need to learn more build orders. So because I have my mission ahead of me, I was writing down everything, and look, I'm just doing my best here, trying to, I don't know, what Thai StarCraft style coming through here, extra spicy as you might imagine. So a gateway at the front here. Let's see if any of this pressure is going to pay off, because this is, I guess, a wide open expo to defend.
Yeah, there's a bit of space here to defend. Again, going for the 12 hatch, though. iopq sticking with the same build in all the games so far. Mixing it up, though. Jumper going for gateway like he did in game number 1, putting on the pressure with the Zealot. This is a very long rush distance here. Very, very long indeed. So I think that Lings will be out before the Zealot actually arrives to deal any damage to this drone line. So should be feeling confident. iopq able to get those Lings out and just keep his drones safe.
Anytime I hear a Zerg player saying that they think there should be Lings out by the time the Zealot gets there, a tale as old as time. But I trust. I have nothing but faith in the man here, and there they are, popping out just as the Zealot comes through. Well. Perfectly timed and stopped in his tracks here.
It's almost like I've played this game before.
It's all, you might be onto something here. I mean, I know you're setting up all the technical stuff, but, you know, stay in your lane. No. Either way, no. And perfectly timed, as you might have mentioned. There's Zerglings in the back, Zerglings in the front, and these Zealots shouldn't actually be able to do much, but they do see absolutely everything, so scouting information coming through here, and as soon as they get cleaned up, we'll find out what direction iopq wants to go next.
Oh, losing one drone down. That's not good. I mean, you could have gone for a 9-pool. After losing one drone, you're about at the same level as if you just 9-pooled and stopped all of the Zealots in their tracks, but you know, he went for that bit of a riskier play. Oh God, there's that second Zealot in here.
Oh my God!
No, that's so bad. That is so bad right now for iopq.
Jeez.
But he is going like mass ling right now. I think he's just going maybe all in with the lings right here. He's gonna try and break through, go onto the gateway here, deal as much damage as possible. It's all gonna come down to the micro jumper here. Can he hold on against this ling pressure that's coming through?
Especially with -2 drones behind this, the sling pressure is going to have to deal absolutely critical damage. So damage coming through onto the gateway, targeting it through the surface area. Not actually that great. He keeps some lings behind to concave on the Zealots when they come up, trying to bait them in and out and around. The gateway is dropping down lower and lower. The Zealots being microed back, but the probes have been pulled. They're trying to linebacker up in the front. The Zealots going down. The cannon warping in. Is it going to complete? It will, but can the Zerglings get the concave that they need? Targeting down for the probes, but actually I think the cannon will be allowed to come up. Hang on and hold for now. Precious seconds being bought there, and Jumper hangs on.
Yeah, Jumper managing to hold off. I mean, he lost quite a few probes, but it's fine here. No, these drones stop mining once again. iopq needs to change these rallies, man. He's been rallying to the front of the natural a little bit too much, and it's costing him dearly here in this series.
I just rallied them straight to the minerals. That worked.
Yeah, isn't that how it works? You just send them right to the minerals?
Yeah, if we make a sequel to this game, we should include that in there. I don't know, guys. Call me crazy. Either way, the front door is once again solidly closed. Okay, for now, we've got our nice pylon double cannon on either side. That looks like that eye nose eye emoji there, but it's guarding the front of the base crucially enough. And so after this Overlord sneaks in to see everything, we get to play the rest of our game here instead of it all crumbling in front of us. iopq, yeah, losing those 2 drones early, having like 4 drones just idle during that. You throw away your entire army, and now, where do you go next?
Well, it looks like he's going to go into a macro game from here, but any pressure the Jumper can put on is going to force him to delay those drones, to build lings to actually stop this from coming through. He's going to lose an Overlord here in the main. He spots what's coming from Jumper. It's going to be a Corsair here, but that's no surprise, nothing shocking there. It's just standard play from Jumper, and he's in a good spot right now. These Zealots coming across the map, they don't have anything to deal with. Oh, a Hydra's den. I just saw that in the main base. Yeah. So there is going to be a Hydra attack coming through. So is this going to be another fake Hydra bust from iopq, or is he going to really commit this time and try to end the game with it?
Well, I mean, anytime you go for a Hydra bust, you have to know that it is bustable, and there are 2 cannons there behind. But I mean, it might be easy to get through the outer wall, but you can see the precautionary measures being taken from Jumper behind. A couple of adventuring Zealots here. This is our Lewis and Clark Zealots exploring around. However, unfortunately, they haven't brought their Sacagawea Zealot with them, and thus they will be lost and not make it back home.
Yeah, just a 973 here from iopq. I don't see any additional drones being added on right now. A lot of Hydras coming out. 2 more cannons are on the way. The wall is definitely going to fall here. But can iopq end the game, or will he be transitioning out of this play? Yes, a transition is coming. Hatchery here in the natural. Still some more Hydras popping out, but with that hatchery going down, it just signals to us that he's probably going to stop at the wall here and go back into drone production.
But will Jumper be able to figure that out? This is obviously a tense moment. You never like to see your wall get destroyed, but either way, I think that the game will progress from here. I don't think he's too worried about this. Oh no, my forge, it's going to die. And the precautionary cannons warping in. If he lets those finish, then he'll have been duped. But I think he should be okay for now, although we have some civilian forces. The serfs, the conscripts are coming along for the ride, Cyan.
Yeah, you can tell that he wants to transition out of this, and seeing drones heading across the map, as Jumper, you're going to be, oh, okay, so you're not actually serious about breaking me here. You're building drones right now, and you're sending them across the map so that they're not even being added onto your economy. I think Jumper's going to be feeling pretty good right now. He only built 5 cannons, so I guess he canceled one of those, realizing that that's what was happening. And look at this. Finally, the drones have been spotted. They're going to head back home. Yeah, Jumper's feeling fine right now. Of course, there still are chances here for iopq. Maybe he can do a Mutalist transition once again, catch some Templar, and swing things back into his favor, but we'll see.
You know how last game we had 3 Stargate Corsair? So the job of the Corsairs is to kill the Overlords. But what if you mind game your opponent, you don't build the Corsairs, and also your opponent forgets to build Overlords? Mind games. Either way, iopq was a little bit supply blocked there for a cool second, but he's back and up and running. 3 bases, pumping, drones galore. And finally, we start to have the next vestiges of tech coming out. We'll see if Jumper can get in there with his Corsair and see what's up.
This is the Zealot. This is the Protoss special right here. We've got 4 gateways pumping Zealots, and there's just going to be a massive amount of pressure coming out. This is really made to catch a Zerg player who's being a little bit greedy, and oh my god, he just killed every single Hydra there at the front. This is bad. This is bad. We need Sunkens back at home, and probably we need to pop some mutas here too. But I don't think we have a layer. I don't think we have Spire either. So yeah, this is really scary. He needs to have perfect SimCity here and perfect defense. Otherwise, these Zealots will just bust through everything and end this game.
Yeah, this could be what we're looking at, the future Thai champion of the nation. The hopes of a country resting in his hands, or side blades as the case may be. Zealots running up the ramp, several Hydra's there to defend, but with the hatchery 1 going down, we're about to see if the rest will go down too. Reinforcements coming through, but man, do those side blades do a lot of damage. Thankfully, the reinforcements do come through, but at what cost, Sand?
A lot of drones went down there. That's the cost, and that sunken colony fell. We wanted to see him hold off a little bit better, but you know what? This isn't the worst that could have happened. He didn't lose the hatchery. He lost the sunken colony, and he killed every single zealot. So yeah, he's not too bad off right now. He's going to start his upgrades going. He's going to get his 6th hatch, and he's going to have more opportunities here in this game to fight back against Jumpers. Hasn't even taken a 3rd base yet. He's just getting into his Templar now. I mean, it does slow you down quite a bit, and you're not going to have those zealots later on with your massive army. There's that last Corsair going down, and we do have a Spire, so maybe I think this is a good time to transition actually into mutas.
Well, I mean, you gotta go somewhere, right? Turns out Hydra is barely able to hold on there. I mean, he did hold pretty well, but you gotta figure something out. So Muta's coming up, and Gateway's on the way. Honestly, that Corsair damage was really, really good for Jumper. I think our wonderful observer showing us that one of the Corsairs, I think, had 5 kills. So getting a lot of Overlord kills and really making it rough. Supply blocked again. iopq kind of struggling to keep up here.
Yeah, there are the mutas popping out now. Wow, so many drones at this main base. Really does need to transfer things around. Just got a minerals smooth out here. Jumper gonna move forward with all of these Templar. If iopq snipes these with a big group of muta, he's gonna be right back into this game.
Okay, all right. We've seen some great Templar sniping action before. Ooh, baits out 1 storm. He actually storms his own High Templar too. So bonus round. There's 1 Muta survives, but there's plenty more on the way. Now, is there enough to protect these High Templar? 1 storm out. He's actually running the Mutas into the storm. Thurston Monsoon there in real life. The Templars go down. The Hydras will fall too, baiting out the rest of the storms, forcing Archon morphs. iopq making the mutas count.
Yeah, that was a great snipe play by iopq. I mean, he could have controlled that a bit better, but having all the mutas spread out and flying in actually worked a bit in his favor. It forced way more storms out, and it forced Jumper to throw storms on his own Templar. So he killed a bunch of his own Templar there.
Yeah.
And, you know, these mutas have done their job. Mass Hydra to follow up. It's a little bit behind where you'd want to be. You want to hit with the mutas and then immediately come in with the Hydras to fight the Dragoons head to head. But, you know, there's no Templar here, so Hydras are going to fight very well, and let's see how this goes. This is not as many Hydras as I would have expected, though. We need to get more rallies down here and quick.
Yeah, I think the main rally's in the middle of the map, and those have not moved down. So if you're trying to bust without half your forces, you're going to need a little bit more there to make it through. And this is not what you want. That's like half the army. You got to get your A keys working here, because yeah, there's half the armies just sitting in the middle. I mean, obviously, maybe you don't want to move too far out of position, but you're gonna need more than just these Hydras to bust this.
Yeah, here comes the Hydras, just trying to poke right now, trying to get a Dragoon kill if they can, but when there's more Dragoons than there are Hydralists, that's not a good fight to take. Even if it's just pure Dragoon versus pure Hydra, you're gonna end up getting washed out by all of the damage, and Hydra's coming forward here from multiple angles. There is a Storm available. That Storm did kind of whiff, though.
Yeah.
Hydra's picking off a few Dragoons here and there.
Okay, here we go. The Templar revealed themselves. The Mute is trying to come in from around behind. I don't really know what their job is there, but I don't know if they mission accomplished. There's a big Storm right onto the top of the clump of Hydras. The Nexus warps in. That means it's commitment time. Okay, massive Storms crush the final clump, and this base is, for all intents and purposes, up and running.
Yeah, and this third base is the lifeline here for Jumper. He's going to use this to catapult himself onto a fourth up there, probably on the high ground in the center right.
Was he going to snipe the Templar? No!
Oh, great snipe there with just 4 Hydras able to get a Templar. Really, really good value for iopq. Getting himself ready for this next fight that's coming up. Another Templar snipe. And with all of those Templar removed from this army, maybe he can overrun with Hydra, though he does have this backup kind of 4th base here over on the center right, which he can fall back to if this attack doesn't work and he can't shut down Jumper here.
Jumper, I think he's gotten his nerves quelled at this moment. You gotta know, I mean, how many LAN Thai tournaments are you playing in, right? This has got to be a little bit of nerves on both sides, but he's looking solid. He just has to keep those High Templars safe and sound, nestled, tucked in to that Zealot bed, and he's doing a great job at it. Now, the flanking Templar, or the flanking Hydras from the side might be able to get in on top of those Templar. Forces one Storm out, not bad. Still plenty in the bank here as Jumper finally pushes out on the map. Whoa, that's the money Storm you're looking for.
Yeah, those Hydras getting trapped up against a wall, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, just Storm damage, ripping them to pieces. More Hydras coming down from the side here. Jumper does need to worry about protecting his flanks right now and defending against this counterattack that's coming through. He doesn't want to lose his third base. Looks like some Templar moving up the map. Zealots trying to surround these Hydras. This is not enough Hydra to fight back.
Big Storms coming up from behind. The Templar that survived earlier are now really coming into play. Zealots pushing forward. The forward Templar didn't have any energy, so he's just going to let it go there. And there's more Templars come in to reinforce from behind. Nice splits on the Hydras, but there's just not that many Hydra to split. Coming up on the base. The whole position Hydras just get stormed out of this world. More on the flank, and these Hydras are dropping like Hydras.
Like flies here. Oh man, it's sad to see. I think iopq, he had a reasonable position, but I don't see hardly any drones over there at that 4th base. He never saturated that. He needs to get that income really rolling here to where he can actually overwhelm with Hydra. If you're going for this Mutilus play instead of Lurkers, and you're planning to just wipe out all the Templar and then overwhelm with Hydra, you do need that overwhelming number of Hydra to follow it up. And just killing off the Templar, it doesn't mean much if you can't do that.
Storming the drone line. That's how you know it might be a little bit over. Love to see the personality from this Thai Protoss player. Jumper about to get into his next round of the tournament. His first LAN in maybe ever? I don't know. But we are really seeing kind of the death throes of the Zerg army through busting. Makes Jumper feel good. Straight through into the natural and on into victory and beyond. What an incredible game here. Jumper, he's floating a little bit of minerals behind this, but he spent a whole lot more into army, rallying across the map and breaking through. This is going to be, I guess, hopefully the end of the game here. If iopq comes back from this, I'll eat my hat or whatever you say. There it is. GG comes out. iopq taps out, and the Thai Protoss Jumper moves on to the next round.
All right.
Okay. He didn't do a fist bump, but he did look pretty relieved at the end of that game. I love that we can see the players' faces and what it looks like to go through these ordeals. I don't know, but I mean, I was a little bit surprised by the way that game went, and I think honestly, when you look at too many build orders, you forget that in the moment you just kind of have to make it work. But I think we got a chance to see both players kind of change on the fly over the course of the series.
Yeah, there were some adjustments being made there. I mean, that was some pretty crazy build orders pulled out by Jumperer. I doubt that he's going to be able to, you know, style on some of these stronger players, but you know, he got his crazy builds out of the way. He got his wild ideas and chested out there.
The best thing you can do is just like show them that you have it.
Right.
If you just say, "Oh, I'm going to my secret, my bag of builds," right? No. You have to show them that you can do it, and it doesn't matter if you succeed. Now they know. Now you're the god. So.
Oh, really?
If that's gonna work. Because I don't think Discord takes multiple mic inputs.
I think I actually
We had
it going pretty good.
This is our mid-game sound technology experience, guys.
No, I think we're okay. I think it was sounding a lot better.
I think it sounded better to the yeah, apparently my quiet.
Well, it's really quiet right now when we're between games. I think that it gets turned down. Yeah, we might have to change something on Zero's end. Hey Zero, I think the scene, like when you're in the game, the mic is way louder, and then when you're
Out of game?
scenes,
The levels are
levels
lower.
are really low. Like they can hardly hear us at all.
So now it's lower.
Now it's way lower, yeah.
Right. So it should be.
Can you say something?
Okay. Hello. This is me saying something. Hello. I'm talking. Check 1 2. I'm still talking. We're trying to fix the gate levels here. So I think it's okay right now. Okay, now I'm peaking a little bit, right?
Better now?
Yeah, how do we sound right here? Oh, my voice is even louder.
Okay, it says that I'm about 20% quieter than the other one, but like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like I'm pretty darn loud.
Which mic is yours? This is yours. Mic 2, right?
Yeah, okay, so I'm right here. Okay, and now, well, I'm peaking a little bit, I think. Apparently they're saying you are much louder than... Yeah.
That's interesting. Maybe I adjusted it in the... .7. Oh, 5.
Check 1 2. All right, we're setting up for our next game in the bracket.
Okay, jump please.
Dan is working his black magic behind the scenes.
Can you talk?
Okay, hello, 1 2 3. I'm talking. Hello.
Oh, really?
Check 1 2.
And really, what's going on? This is USB microphone. Oh, this one's not even. You're not even plugged in. When did that happen?
Hello, guys. You didn't see anything.
Hold on a second.
Was it really just completely unplugged?
Yeah, it wasn't plugged there. You see the blue light? If you can see the blue light, you're plugged in.
Okay, well, I thought I could see it. Oh my god. Maybe it was just. Oh, maybe that was the reverb. No. Okay. All right. Let's try it now. Oh, was it just picking up my audio through this or something?
Maybe.
Oh my god. I hope not. All right. We're just gonna try one microphone.
Yeah. Let's see. Can we hear through just one microphone?
Well, if we do it through Discord, it's only one microphone. Should we try it through Discord?
Check the audio. I will share audio.
Oh, through us. Okay. So we're just getting audio in through Discord.
one is supposed to.
Okay, actually, this is good. Single mic might be better.
I log in into Discord.
No. Can you log in your Discord?
Well, I hope so. Let's see if it. Do I... do I remember my Discord password? Wait, are you human? Oh, it's doubling a lot right now.
Oh. Yeah.
So now you just
Adjust.
share the headphones.
Okay.
Do it as I am doing, which is using double headphones. One of these second comes. You can use this.
Okay.
Are we at that stage? Okay.
Where do I plug this in?
Wherever this is plugged in. So this is behind there. Yours is plugged in. Oh, I think it's... Oh, it's this cable. That's USB though.
Maybe in the monitor.
There might be a monitor hole, but there should be a audio jack in the back of the mother. Yeah, cables to it. Yeah.
It's extendable.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Okay. We should be able to figure out how we actually sound. I applied a bunch of settings to the microphone, and then but then when it goes to your computer, none of them are applied. But I'm in
Yeah, so I was capturing
raw microphone. Yeah. Let me check. See if I can fix it.
okay, the pairs are ready. So let's go. Okay.
Okay.
We're getting pretty.
I don't hear anything.
I don't super need game sounds. You don't have game sounds. Okay. Yeah. Just
Hello, hello. Oh, I can barely hear myself.
All right, I think we are ready to go with game number 1 of our our Group A winners match. So let's go ahead and get into PvP OyA versus Jumper. All right, here we go. In the bottom right-hand corner, in the blue, playing Protoss from Sweden. It's OyA.
And down here in the bottom left, our Thai Protoss player, it's Jumper.
All right. Protoss has prevailed once again. The clouds are darkening. It is in truth the worst possible timeline. No, it's great. And it's great to see Jumper, this guy on your screen right.
too.
Yep. Hello?
Maybe back. All right. Just assume that we had the best and funniest intro of all time, and we're good. We just talked about gateways.
Yeah.
We're supposed to. Now we're going to talk about the units coming out of them. Wow. We're going to talk about cores spinning, probes scouting, riveting. PvP. What are we talking about here? This is 3 zealots heading across the map.
Yeah, there are 2 gateways on OyA's side of the map. He's going to be rallying them straight across the map, and it'll be up to Jumper to get some Dragoons out here and micro them properly to not take too much damage from these initial zealots, because OyA is delaying his gas, he's delaying his tank in order to get some damage done here, and if he doesn't get any damage, he's going to be behind.
Okay, zealots on top of dragoons, the whole gambit, right? I have more zealots but less dragoons, and the dragoon micros. I was actually watching Jumper practice this exact micro in a UMS before the series. So suffice it to say, he's got some practice on his side. Now, can he make it count? The micro looks pretty good so far, running the dragoon around the outside, but now he's gonna get sandwiched. No, oh my god, he needs to run that up and away, and he does get that dragoon out of jail. More dragoons now joining, but probe losses coming through.
Yeah, you can't be losing any Dragoons right now. It's so crucial that you build up this Dragoon count to where you can overwhelm the Zealots and start to actually kill them off. They have so much HP, they don't take that much damage, and they're starting to focus down probes here. Quite a few have gone down already. He's got to focus these lower HP Zealots there. The first 2 Zealots do go down. The second 2 are in the mineral line, though, doing some serious damage.
Now, Jumper's got to have a big smile on his face right now. You can kind of see it down there. OyA might be a little bit worried. Nice defense. The probe losses came through. OyA, how do you think he feels about that?
I think he feels pretty okay right now. He didn't get blocked at the ramp. You know, he got in there. He dealt some damage. Another Zealot might be able to slip by here into the main. Yeah, the James Bond Zealot going to slide in here. OyA is getting into his tech now. As long as he hit his build behind all of this micro that was going on, I think he's going to be feeling very, very good.
Okay. Yeah, no, Jumper's going to be loving it. McDonald's build right now. I think as long as that Zealot doesn't magic. Oh, no, he's going to. Come on. Really? 1 and. How long the side blade's at? No, he goes down. So. I have high hopes there. So now there's Nexi on the way, and that's not often a sentence you say in PvP.
Getting this natural out is a little bit risky. We were only on 1 gateway, and we're going to go into some tech. And on OyA's side of the map, a robotics coming down. He's going to be pumping non-stop Dragoon off of 2 gate, and he may be going into a Reaver as well. He's blocking to make sure that Jumper doesn't actually see that there's no Nexus here. And it's just going to be a 1-base timing attack here from OyA. If it can break the natural, it's going to probably win him the game. If Jumper holds it and OyA's Nexus is super late, Jumper is probably going to take a huge lead.
Yep, Jumper already in a great position, and obviously 2 bases are better than 1, unless your hubris in taking a 2nd base begets your downfall. So now red versus blue, and Jumper has got more stuff. That's how you legislate these battles. Now, high ground is high ground, right? So is microing on top of it a good idea? No. And now OyA fighting back and pushing Jumper back to his overwhelming advantage.
Just showing here, the observer showing us that OyA does not have range. Guys, no range. OyA, how is he going to be able to take a fight here? Dragoon versus Dragoon without range, it's pretty pathetic. They really don't do very well if you do not have that upgrade. He's actually sniping down 2 Dragoons, and he gets away. Those are pretty low HP, though, and he is going to jump forward and pick that off. So 2 Dragoons for 2 Dragoons. Not bad for a player who doesn't even have range right now. He is really going kind of all in here with getting out this Reaver, pumping out Dragoons, and just trying to break him. He does not have a Nexus behind this still.
Yeah, behind is a big deal. Obviously, you've got to go in and get it done here. His micro is so good. OyA is on top of things here, but I mean, there's just some inevitability here. Look at this focus fire and pulls back, and lose the commercial line there. That's not good. But in the end, I mean, you got to know what OyA is thinking right now. He's playing a race against the clock, right? He has no Nexus, and the longer Jumper stays mining on this natural, the worse and worse it's gonna get.
Yeah, he's just intent here on breaking him. I'd like to see him not dive in anymore and just wait for this Reaver. because there are more Dragoons coming out for Jumper. He's just going to add on more gateways here, really start to pump out that Dragoon number. And if he's sitting here really, bunched up, taking a couple of pot shots, but losing a Dragoon is not good. You need the Dragoon for this next fight. It's all going to come down to this fight with the first Reaver that pops out.
Yeah, a Reaver and a Dream. This is where it's going to happen. And I think finally after those 2 cheeky probes got sniped there, OyA was trying to flex on him a little bit, but no, Jumper's going to pull the trigger here. And this is where the Reaver comes into play, right? You're going to have this battle, you're going to send the Reaver in, and as soon as that drops out, you're going to see Jumper turn around. Or will he? Getting on top of the Reaver, on top of the shuttle, he fires, he hits one volley, huge on the shuttle. It's still alive, but you got to think twice about keeping that Reaver in that very, very low HP shuttle.
Yeah, this is not good for OyA. See, what he would like to have had is Jumper sitting in his natural just defensively, and then the Reaver can come in and really deal damage. There's no way to back away from that, but looks like now in the middle of the map, easy to back away from this Reaver and just not let it deal any critical damage to these Dragoons. Okay, here comes another big shot on that high ground. Great shot there from the Reaver. Still way less Dragoons here for OyA, and he's going to be overwhelmed more and more here. Jumper has more gateways. He's got more income. He hasn't transitioned into Reaver just yet, but that should be coming on the way here shortly as well. And once he's got a Reaver out of his own, then it'll be on even footing, but with just way more Dragoons.
I mean, yeah, the tech advantage is really the only advantage OyA has right now. Look at how many Dragoons that is mine. Yeah. Okay, well, this is going to be more versus less. Can the Reavers equalize here? How good are those scarab hits? Not bad. Snipes 2, gets some splash damage on the rest. But man, OyA is holding on to the cliff by his eyelids.
He is just barely hanging on here. He does finally get his natural online, and once he transfers all the probes down there, he's going to have the equivalent amount of economy here and production to Jumper, but is it going to be enough? Is that going to, even him out here? I don't think so. Jumper is coming in from a big wide arc with a lot of Dragoons here. Going to dive on top.
He gets a lot of shots on the one. Reaver is down. He's targeting the shuttle. Shuttle micros away to safety. These scarabs connecting. OyA comes through, destroys every single Dragoon. This reminds me of the beginning of the B movie. There's no reason why this should be working on your screen, but OyA the God has come through with the sickest hold, and now Jumper's hubris being punished as OyA runs across the map, Reaver in tow.
Still very scary here. That shuttle is super low. If Jumper could just get one hit from a Dragoon on that, he could probably take that. Oh, he lost it!
What?
He was it.
Did he? I think he sniped it with a Dragoon.
No, it's here. It's in the mineral line. Okay. I thought that one Dragoon that was coming out actually sniped it, but he gets a big shot there, killing off a ton of probes. I'd love to see the kill count on that Reaver right now. And yeah, OyA has just swung this game completely in his favor. Look at the supply right now, Rapid.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Dragoon's getting picked off right, left, and center. OyA just absolutely holding, ripped this. It's all swung right back around. The shoe is on the other foot, as they say. And I think that now with forces massing in front of the front door here, Jumper still has a good economy. He's still got the gateways pumping, but he just doesn't have the stuff. He's trying to come out here and fight more with less. He sides the shuttle. That's not bad. He's trying to target down. One Reaver dead. Another one about to fall. But is this good enough? I don't know. The answer is no. The answer is no. It's not good enough. The army survives. The blue tide rolls through into the natural expansion. Probes running for their lives, and Jumper is in so much trouble.
Yeah, Jumper is just about out of this one. He's going to have to tap out here momentarily. Yeah, there it is. GG. He's done it.
Gosu___ is sub a Gosu for 10 months. GLHF, this tournament is fantastic.
But I found out about it eventually, and now we're here 25 years and still going strong here. Thailand hosting the biggest well, I don't know if it's the biggest offline Broodwar event in recent memory, but it is absolutely fantastic to see everybody coming out here and playing. We're at the Legacy Esports Arena in Phuket, Thailand, and loving it. Lots of air conditioning in here because when you walk outside, it is about 33 degrees. A little bit humid, not that crazy. And now we're just doing our mid-game audio settings check. Saying
What is
back
going
to his
on?
black magic. We have so this the strangest audio issues I've seen in a cool minute. You wanna switch? Try this.
Okay, all right. Now I'm gonna try this microphone. And what could possibly go wrong? Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. It's 33C, not 33F. I don't think 33F has ever happened in Thailand ever. Okay, loud and clear. Loud and clear. All right, guys, we're going to have an ASMR StarCraft cast coming up. Just kidding. We're just testing the microphones here in between the games as we get ready for game number 2 of OyA versus Jumper. OyA up 1-0 in best of 3. Winners, the semifinals will be best of 5, so we get that a little bit later on. And now we have to get into our next game. So I think we're ready to go with our second game in this best of 3. It is our blue Protoss player in the upper left-hand corner of Winter Solstice. This is the Thai Protoss player, Jumper. And in the upper right, in the red, from Sweden, our other Protoss player, OyA. Yeah, okay, well, that's the first time we've said that today. No. I mean, it is PvP, but after that first game in the series, honestly, I mean, what more do you want, right? It's a mirror matchup, and I really like that because you get to see, I think more so here than probably in a lot of matchups, the difference in playstyle. Obviously, I think PvP is maybe the matchup where you get the least skill expression because it's just so much of a skill check, a stat check. It's like, do you have as many as I do? Yes. Okay, we can keep playing the game. No, you lose instantly. But actually, that last game looks so cool because it's what we all dream could be possible from PvP. OyA coming back from a Nexus down and making a huge cool Reaver push, holding on. That first game was epic.
I think Jumper's going to be a little tilted after throwing that one away. Definitely huge advantage in terms of Dragoon count. And just a little bit reluctant to go into for there. That he's not feeling confident with Micro.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't after that game. I mean, honestly, I'm not super sure about Jumper's Reaver Micro at all. I mean, this is a guy that's building scouts. This is, this is the lengths men will go to not build Reavers. But either way, I mean, we have to get there first. There's so many boxes to check. I say as I see a bunch of boxes to check pop up on the screen. Either way, there's so many boxes to check in the build order. PvP, you got to get your gateways done. You've got to get your zealots, your dragoons, and as you work on up, you're both sort of like agreeing to disagree until one of you fails horribly. So either way, we're just still trying to work on our settings as the core coming up behind the mineral line. Sneaky, but it's just a SimCity a little bit there. So core coming up, no gateways proxied. That's what I like to see.
Okay, once again, second time here from OyA. This time it's going to get kind of faster. I mean, it did great damage last game, but
Yeah.
being behind. So I don't actually know in PvP how much pros to need to deal with 2 games to make it worth it, but You know, this must be more than 3 or 2 or 3 there. I think that's what OyA.
Yeah, he did get 2. I mean, 2 probes is not bad, but obviously when you're running in to deal damage like that, you do need to get the damage done. So let's see what happens. We get OyA's probe heading out across the map. See if he can get back home safe and sound, and he does. Oh, the Ursa trying to get the block there. Owl Bear not doing a good enough job. And there we go, Dragoons. Oh, first shot from OyA. Huge okay. Oh, 5 HP. Ursa Dawn not getting executed yet. Oh, is he going for it? I think he might kill the Ursa. Oh, no, it lives to see another day. Okay, no murderous intention in OyA's eyes unless it comes to Jumper's Dragoons.
Yeah,
honestly,
coming out to defend the Ursidon there.
Oh, no, the animal preservation alive and well here in our nature sanctuary of StarCraft. Honestly, PvP, when you're 1 Dragoon versus 1 Dragoon and the other guy gets the first shot off on you, has to feel like so soul-crushing. It's like, I'm here to play Oh, sorry. Never mind. Anyway, as far as the builds are concerned, that is some gateways coming up for OyA, and currently Jumper has notably none. Am I misreading this? Are there just like about to be many units coming from OyA's side of the map? I do believe so. Okay, check 1 2. This is the sound of my voice saying, why don't you try saying something?
I'm really not sure what I'm saying right now. There's really nothing going on at the moment, and I mean, we're having some serious audio issues here. It's just the typical caster story, always with the audio issues. I apologize, guys. I've been trying to set this up. There's some extra factors that go into a LAN tournament that do not happen in the privacy of my home when I'm making YouTube videos.
Well,
so
apparently it's way better now. So
is it? Okay.
I'm going to proceed as if everything is perfect, and then we'll check later on because we have gaming to talk about. My God. Okay, Jumper doing a great job pushing in here. Several beautiful hits there. Takes out the Dragoon at the last second. Zella coming forward. Micro back from Jumper. Oh, almost saves that Dragoon. One final shot takes it out, and now I think it's time to leave because that is many gateways with many more Dragoons and coming out. Oh no, Jumper's gonna lose everything here. Oh no, this is a nightmare.
Yeah, nightmare situation here for sure. 2 more Dragoons will arrive, but the rally point from OyA is way closer. He's gonna have another few Dragoons popping out in just another couple of seconds. Oh, he went Zealots. Uh-oh, these Zealots are not gonna help out much.
Imagine if those were Dragoons. That would help a lot. Okay, well, somehow, once again, OyA managing to hold on, and I think at this point, he really does have to produce anything. Okay, I'll take Zealots. Just give it to me. Pushing back a little bit. Whoa, wow, gets the last 2 shots to take out another Dragoon at the last second. Good micro here. Jumper's practice from earlier really paying off. Getting a couple of nice shots there is OyA with more Dragoons coming out of his gateway. He's got a home field advantage, and the gateway's pumping, so this should turn in his favor if he can just hold on for a little bit longer. Oh, probe getting blocked out there. No, the Dragoons can't rally down. They were blocked there, and that means more and more shots coming through. Look at the micro from Jumper. He's going to go behind the mineralized, trying to get back in there and snipe as many Dragoons as he can. One more about to go. No, he missed targets. He doesn't kill that Dragoon, and he splits his fire, loses another couple of Dragoons, and OyA hangs on in the background.
Yeah, I gotta say, those Zealots did make a big difference there. OyA kept moving them throughout that fight and trying to get damage with them the entire time. Got some good swipes with the side blades there, and now the Reaver's out. This is a held push here by OyA. This was, full-on pressure from Jumper, but OyA made those the extra gateway here. He got up to 3 gate, and he went for his tank as well. So getting the Reaver out, back at home, Jumper does not have a Reaver, and he is going to tap out of this game.
Wow, GG. That was... I feel like when OyA was in a relatively similar situation, I mean, not obviously, it was much worse there, but when OyA was in a rough spot in game number 1, we kind of played it out, and we tried to figure out, okay, well, how's this going to go? And then OyA came back at the end, and now in that game, I think Jumper just realized too much damage, and that's going to be the way the cookie crumbles. OyA 2-0 over Jumper, and advancing on to the finals of Group A.
game with OyA when he was behind was that he actually had the tech advantage, whereas Jumper, both games, he had the tech disadvantage, and so he really had nothing to fall back on. OyA had those reavers to kind of change the map, but Jumper, if he has less Dragoons and he has less tech, then he's just kind of dead.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, anything can. No. That was pretty over. Yeah. So Jumper falls down to the Group A deciders match, and he is going to play the winner of UltrA versus iopq. So for one of the only times potentially this tournament, we get to see a TVZ, the GOAT matchup. At least my favorite ever since the cinematic. No, we get a chance to see UltrA versus iopq for the losers match. Then we go to decider. Then we play the final bracket. And I don't even know what happens after that. It's just game sounds, right? Does it? Does it? Well, I mean, it's going to be delayed, right?
Yeah, but I just want to see.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, so it should be... no, it does not. No, it does not have a plug. So, you want to turn it up and listen? Okay, volume to the maximum. This is a sound test. If you guys are unfamiliar with this, during the games, we talk about the games. During the breaks, we talk about audio issues. So this is the sound of my voice. I'm talking, and it sounds good, right? Now we have to wait for the delay. Any second now. No? Nothing? Nothing? Well, that's not good. Okay, so we're 50% on caster audio check settings. Okay, well, my microphone works, so in the meantime, I'm just going to keep talking. In the meantime, during the downtime between games, you guys can, let's see, there's a few things to do. First of all, if you check out the announcement, the Team Liquid announcement, there is a link to our sponsors. I think there's a link to esports fund there. There's a link to this stream, which ostensibly is where you came from. There's all the information on the brackets and the tournament itself there. And actually, a bunch of people are posting pictures and videos from the event in the threads. So if you guys want a behind the scenes look, there are some photos there. There's also a link at the top to join the Discord server, and me and a bunch of other people are posting pictures in there from the event. So if you want up-to-the-minute news, that's where you go to find it. So also, I'm hearing my voice doubled here, so I'm just going to turn the volume down a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, we're good.
One microphone's working.
Big thanks to Steve, my man, with the raid, and honestly, a lot of support. I've seen a lot of followers and subscribers during the stream, and this is on Mr. Zero's stream, and obviously, I don't think anybody is quite on the same level when it comes to as much support. So big thanks to turning that to giving that, showing that here. Okay, we're gonna do another sound check.
As much support, so big thanks to turning that.
No, I can't hear your voice either.
Wait, you can't hear my voice at all?
Go ahead,
Okay,
talk.
hello, 2, 3. This is the sound of my voice.
No, I can't hear your voice either.
You can't.
Okay, go ahead, talk.
2, 3, this is. No, that's from your microphone.
All right, now I'm going to try this microphone. Hello, hello, check, check, 1, 2. We'll see if this works.
Hey guys, yeah, let's go to the boat.
Okay,
So that one's just like...
okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into game. I think we could just use one.
Okay.
We can share the talking conch. Okay, here we go. In the bottom left-hand corner, in the red, this is our Zerg player iopq. I'm trying something new. Okay, in the upper right-hand corner, in the blue, as Terran from South America. This is Ultra. And he is up in the upper right-hand corner, like I said, in the blue earlier, and I cannot wait to get this underway. Finally, we have a TVZ, and you have to get your money's worth here. Because if iopq loses, we are out of Zerg players in the tournament. We have some random players later, but I don't know what to expect. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, this should be a good match here. iopq, last legs right now. He's got to pull it all out here on Sandstorm. What kind of build do you think we're going to see out of him?
Well, he's a Zerg player, so in theory, he has more legs than other races. So when you're down on your last one, that means you've just gone through quite a few. As far as builds go, just waiting to see when the Overlord pops out, and I think that's what's in the egg right now. Running out, it's going to be an expansion-based build. No proxies, no shenaniganry coming out from iopq. He's just going to run it straight down the middle. On the other side, Ultra here not getting way ahead of himself, but at the same time, it's still not anything crazy. I'm waiting. I don't know who the first player to go for some dirty dastardly cheese is, because it's worse to do cheese on land, right? Because then you have to, like the guy's right over there. So you gotta watch out. You gotta get your bodyguards ready if you're going for the 4-hash. But no, we're seeing upright and stalwart play from both players. Barracks on the way, and I like it.
No, I think the right way to play CVT is actually to cheese. Personally, I think that is... playing normal is overrated. I think that controlling mutas is one thing, but getting through the mid game without doing some sort of cheese and trying to hold on everywhere to all the pressure that can come out, plus all the irradiates that are going to come down from the carry player, it's very tough. It regularly ends up in the Zerg player's loss. So taking an early advantage by pulling up some cheese and dealing some early damage, I think is the right way to play, honestly.
I don't know how biased that is, but either way.
Super biased.
No, I mean, like, obviously, you've got to play to your play style here. There's LAN jitters, obviously. Ultra, I was talking to him yesterday. He and Terror both had, like, 40-hour flights coming from South America all the way to Phuket, Thailand. It is not a short flight. Whoa, my God, he almost gets the SEV. He will get the SEV. Great drone pull. Mission accomplished.
Cancels his... sunken colony here, and the second SCV is going to come up and finish this bunker, but Lings are going to be hatching out and chasing down the Marines, so trying to utilize the quick rally on the map here on this map, but he's not able to actually stop that. Oh man, this is bad for iopq. He really needs to run by this bunker now and actually stop more Marines from getting in here, because if he gets all 4 Marines in there, it's going to take so much. He's supply blocked. Oh god, this has happened so many times that I don't think good at this point. He's supply blocked again at 18. He can't build anything.
What a terrible day to have eyes. Also, I just want to remind everybody, he canceled that sunken from earlier. There it is, coming back, its spiritual successor. But what a disaster. 3 SCVs here, and just when we were talking about upright macro builds. No, we get this shenaniganry, and it's just going from bad to worse here. iopq losing so much that is natural.
Unfortunately, this has done too much damage. Oh, I thought he could hit the bunker there. He can't hit the bunker? Okay, he can't hit the bunker. I think he was hitting it before. Now I'm going to pull the drones and the Lings, try to kill off all these Marines, but there's 4 Marines in a bunker that's so strong. Kills all the Lings, and this hatchery is going to go down.
Yeah, that's it. GG, iopq.
Out of there. So where were we? I feel like we just started casting that game. What a... just like the perfect storm of a horrible everything. You cancel the sunken when you think you're fine. The reinforcement SCV is already on the way. I guess. I mean, you really have to have your Overlord in position to see what's coming, right?
Yeah, you also don't want to get that first Overlord picked off, and there's not a lot of safe space in the middle of Sandstorm to hide that Overlord, so it's a difficult situation either way. Really unfortunate, canceling the sunken colony and then building the second sunken colony out of range of the bunker. It wouldn't have made a difference. If the sunken was hitting the bunker, the SCVs could have out-repaired it, and eventually the hatchery would have gone down anyway. So really unfortunate series of events. It's important though to think about just having that one overlord would have made a world of difference. One overlord during all of that, all the chaos that was going on, he could have continued to produce lings. He might have been able to kill the bunker in that case.
Yeah, supply block has been a real issue this series, but beyond that, I mean, you only need the Overlord to produce more lings if you cancel, or if you don't, if you cancel that Sunken. I think obviously the Sunken is not something you want to build early. It sucks to waste the money, it sucks to waste the drone, but you kind of need it if there's that much on the way. I mean, I'm just speaking in platitudes right now because that is, that's a game one. So behind the scenes, if you guys are wanting the backstage pass, we have Mr. Zero, who is running around trying to get the players all organized and ready. There's us that are sitting here at the commentary box. There's Baby Magic, the Russian commentator, sitting across from us. And there's Jumper. Hello, Jumper.
Hey, you know it's 3 or 2 people at band.
I what? Bands?
No.
Bands?
3 or 2 people at band for me.
Oh, advance. I think is it 2, right? Am I crazy?
I look in the Wikipedia and it says 3.
Really? 3 people advance from each
that's
group?
like a loser bracket if you're like a third person.
Oh. Okay.
But I'm not sure what.
Have I looked at the Wikipedia brackets?
No.
No, that's the right answer. Good job, Jumper. No, I'm gonna check real fast. So, actually, here I want to keep this up so we can keep an eye on the.
Look, man, I came. Wait, Zero is here. The man is here.
Okay, all right.
Zero,
Zero.
we have questions for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So is it 3 or 2 people at band?
2.
Yeah, now I have to.
Now you have to play for real.
Play for real.
Okay, all right. Well, that was Jumper. I don't know if you guys could hear him in the background. Only 2 people advance from each group. So that's the way we're gonna do it. Now we have to see the full fury of the I don't want to keep making spicy Thai puns, but I don't know where else to go there. Anyway, Jumper is living his best StarCraft life here, and we wish him the best in peace. Anyway, so there we.
The decider.
Oh yeah, no. So Jumper is coming up in the next round. We have UltrA and iopq battling to see who will join him in that decider match, and we're ready to go with our next game. So this is UltrA versus iopq, game 2, starting right now. Some early game-ending shenaniganry. So let's see what happens. It looks like iopq is scouting correctly with his overlords, so that should be en route. And honestly, overlords is probably the most important unit in iopq's army at this point.
Yeah, or I mean the forgotten overlord. Yeah, really hurting him in that last game, unfortunately. And I like the way that UltrA opened with the in the best of 3 series. If you go for a bunker rush at the beginning, you're going to be putting the Zerg player on his back foot. He's going to be less likely to feel comfortable to go for a quick expansion because he don't want to lose 2 times in a row to a bunker rush. But there it is. iopq actually does drop the 12 hatch, so you know he's just going to continue on with his build.
Oh, sorry, I moved the microphone away there. It does look like he is continuing, and so for UltrA, he's finally going to get his first scout of the game, and he will be scouting incorrectly. The struggle of the Terran player to scout incorrectly against Zerg and not know what's going on for a million billion years. And so this hatchery coming up for iopq will be completely uncontested and all right with the world again. And honestly, I'm glad. that UltrA is scouting incorrectly here, because if he gets that SCV there again, he's thinking, all right, is it time for round 2? I don't know. But hopefully we get more than about 5 minutes of gameplay here.
Yeah, I'm sure that iopq is going to be happy that he's not going to deal with a bunker rush this time. He's got a 12 hatch up. He's going to have Lings out on the field momentarily, and still no scout from UltrA. I'm surprised he didn't send double scout here after getting or after bunker rushing in that first game. You might be worried about, like a 6-pull or something like that could be coming. And had iopq 6-pulled him here, he actually would have just died because he had no idea. He had no scout up here into his base until just now. Here comes the scout.
Yeah, there's the scout, the good old 3-minute scout with the SCV. That is not what you want to see. But, I mean, when he gets there, he will see everything he wants to see, and he even scouts the layer timings. That is beautiful for UltrA. And now on the other side, you can see he's calm, cool, collected, seeing what he can do. I actually really like, by far, the MVP of the series so far, iopq's sweater. It's just a goose saying, wow. So while the goose is very surprised right now, I am not. For UltrA, he is getting his expo up pretty free and clear now, and I gotta say, I would have been a little bit worried had he scouted anything else, but for now, he's gonna get timing on everything and keep this SCV alive, getting him all the info he needs.
Throwing down a sunken colony here at the front. Does he think that there's going to be a vulture here, or I feel like it? Oh my god, 14 HP on this Overlord. I knew it was getting close to going down, but I didn't know it was that close. That Overlord just barely surviving, and that would almost have been a disaster there had iopq lost that. He does not have extra Overlords right now. He's going for a 2-hatch Muta play, it looks like. But this sunken colony here is a little confusing to me, why he decided to build that. You can clearly see that Marine build is coming out of UltrA from that Overlord in the natural.
Getting the rescout after some crazy good SCV micro. This guy's afterburners running on overdrive, and he will get back around the minerals again. Is this some like UMS or something? You have to keep your SCV alive for a million years? Either way, UltrA getting the scout off until 4:30. Really, really great information. Doesn't even need scan when you got the SCV running around there. In the meantime, gas coming down at the NAT for iopq. UltrA getting up and ready, and finally getting a gas of his own coming through, and this is where we'll start to see him really start powering up here. Honestly, iopq, I mean, he's done a good job for here, but up until here, but none of it's a surprise, right? So this is where you finally get a chance to differentiate yourself, go in a direction, maybe catch UltrA a little bit off guard, but he's gotta get his macro going, and that's exactly what he's doing.
I think that what you said there was totally relevant to this game state, which is not having to get those comsats online. He can wait for a long time to get those comsats going because he knows exactly what's coming. He knows there's no lurkers here. He can keep producing SCVs for a long time, really pump up that SCV number, and now he's moving out with this little Marine Medic Force. He still hasn't added on any comsats here. He's completely confident to just get that SCV count going and really power up his economy, get his turrets out, and get prepared for this Mutalisk attack, which is coming. And look, iopq's playing, he's playing defensive, he's playing scared here. He added on a second sunken colony, and his mutas are about to pop out right now. Adding on another hatch in the main. This is kind of like a 2.5 hatch, but this hatch is pretty darn late because he's had to use so much money on these sunken colonies in the early game.
Yeah, the lateness of the hatch means that when it pops, the larvae are not really going to kick in for a while. The first few mutas are out, but that is a lot of bio coming up just to check that upper right-hand corner. I think probably rightfully so. UltrA expected that there might be something there, so he's a little bit more delayed, but now he comes up and, oh, I thought he was going to pinch those mutas off there, catches the scouting Zergling, and now here we go. Maybe sandwiching from both sides. Do you think this is going to be enough?
Well, I think that this force here from UltrA is just here to keep the Mutalisk back at home and outside of his, or not inside of his base, right? This evolution chamber coming up at the front, a little bit excessive here from iopq. 2 sunken colonies should be able to hold everything off, especially with the rallies of mutas and lings that are going to be coming out here from the natural. He really needs to get out on the map and get a third base going. Because, you know, he's building at home sunken colonies and he's just purely purchasing mutas right now. So he doesn't really have an all-in that he can go with the mutas, and he doesn't have a third base that he can transfer into a macro game later. He needs one of those two things.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what Ultra is seeing. That's why he went up there first. He's like, if there is a third base there, then first of all, it's dead. Second of all, if there's not, then that pressure is very, very relevant. And just now the third base is coming up for iopq down there at the 9 o'clock position. And now that the Mutas are not being forced to stay at home by that bio ball, they're heading all the way across the map. And as soon as they hit here, okay, there are Marines to respond. But what direction is Ultra going in? He does not have enough to bust through the natural. So what are we doing there? Oh, 1v1. No way. No justice.
1 HP on that Ling is going to deny the Marine from getting up that ramp and never seeing the third base. So he still doesn't know where that third base is. That's great hidden information here for iopq, who's going to be transferring here into a later game. But wait a second. He's didn't add on any more sunken colonies, and this Marine medic ball is bigger than ever. He's going to have to bring all the mutalisks back home and really fight this army with the mutas while they're attacking the sunken colony. First sunken colony is going to go down. Second sunken colony is getting low. Mutas coming in and just getting absolutely annihilated here from the rally. However, there are enough mutas to just sit on top. Hold position micro is going to be enough.
Yeah, great play-by-play. That was exactly what happened. The muta ball, actually, this is a problem with the balance. How many mutas were there? There were so many more than I thought there was. I think more than Ultra even thought there were. That's just because I'm bad at counting, guys. But the Ultra, or the muta flock survives. And now what is there on the other end? Ultra has got to be panicking right now.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of turrets here, but it's really on iopq to break open a position and start to deal some damage. He's been spending a lot of money just building up this mutalisk count, and he lost quite a few, so he really does need to do something on this side of the map to kind of slow down Ultra. Eventually, Ultra is going to get into his next stages of tech. You can see the science facility is being produced right now. It would be amazing if he can get up here and slow this down. Maybe kill the SCV on top of that science facility. Maybe even try to kill the science facility itself, because there's not enough Marines here to deal with these mutas right now. Killing the science facility would be huge. Just killing these SCVs, though, is great also.
Yeah, absolutely. Natural in shambles. And huge damage being done by iopq. The shoe absolutely on the other foot, and I'm so happy we're getting an actual chance to play a game here. A little bit of panic, maybe the nerves hitting iopq in game number 1, but now in a great spot coming through. He's got his third base coming up at the 9 o'clock position. He's ravaging the natural for the time being, and Ultra just absolutely in panic mode. And sure, maybe he can get the tech that he needs, come out here, hit a bigger radiate, retake that natural, but man, is it going to take a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and meanwhile, back at home, iopq has his hive on the way. His carapace upgrade is rolling here. He'll be going up into some lurker play as well, most likely. I don't actually see Hydras. Oh my god, that's a lot of mutas actually coming up here to the front. Is he going to try and break this natural once again and push Ultra back up into his main base? Oh god, that's not a great engagement here to start things off for iopq, but this is so many mutas right now. Do we have an upgrade? Okay, we've got +1 here, bouncing some glaives off of these factories. There's not a whole lot of Marines here, and he's doing a great job with this micro. iopq out of control.
Yeah, was he hitting the Marines? Was he targeting the Marines under the fact? Can you do that? Is that allowed? I don't know. That looked so insane.
Yeah, he was doing a bit of hold position micro there where the shots do spread, but only about 2 Marines in range, so they were taking the brunt of the damage and being picked off pretty well. Also bouncing, hitting the factory and just bouncing the glaives onto the Marines is a great tactic. He's catching the Marines coming up the ramp now. He's really making this super difficult for Ultra to take this natural. Pretty soon, though, there will be an irradiate to push this back, but it's just been so much damage thus far.
Yeah, this is that one spot on your back that you can't scratch right now. The iopq just finding the pain point and driving it home. The glaives bouncing to everything. The refinery being repaired. But just look at how many Marines are getting picked off here. These mutas absolutely worth their weight in gold. And on the other side, there's more mutas being produced. There's more bases. I thought there was more bases coming up. No, he's just adding on that hatchery. I thought that base was up and running, but actually this whole time, 1 Marine has caught everything, or cut everything down there.
Kills. Oh my god. 5 kills.
That is Hero Marine if I have ever seen it. Big Gabe alive and well here in our StarCraft 1 match. Ultralisk Cavern coming through, and how poignant would it be to beat Ultra with Ultras?
Jim Raynor goes down there at the third base. He got a huge amount of damage on iopq. I guess he was killing the drones that were on the extractor there over and over again, and the lack of gas that, you know, he could have been mining that gas for a long time. iopq missing out on that gas mining is pretty brutal for him, but back at home he's making a ton of emergency sunken colonies. He just needs to hang on against this first push, and then his Ultra will be hitting the field. I think that he can hold on. This is a lot of sunken colonies here, but can he keep his third base alive? That's the real question.
And I'm watching for that. Those irradiates to start coming through. You got to know this. The balance of power shifting a little bit here. Tech coming in for Ultra, and all iopq has to do is hang on, stay alive until these Ultras come into play. It's a big move, but if he can do it, this the tides of battle will shift back into his favor. So let's see what the mutas do. They have to watch out for this irradiate. They're going to catch a few Marines. The bio ball coming around. Oh, it's a D-Matrix on the front Marine. He needs to run it up the map to tank, or run it up the ramp, but it gets stuck on the other side. Nice idea. I don't know about the execution. The Sunken's coming through. A nice irradiate does come through, and now that D-Matrix Marine doing a great job tanking things up, and the bio ball up the ramp into the third, and that is over.
Oh no, losing this third base is just about lights out here for iopq. Yeah, you just don't have that gas income anymore. Still 1,200 gas in the bank right now. Also, very small number of minerals. I think he's going to be kicking himself here for building like 6 sunken colonies in the natural and kind of forgetting about the third base, which is basically of utmost importance to stay alive at this point. He needed that base. Look at how many sunkens are here in the natural.
Okay, somewhat excessive. I mean, obviously never too many when it comes to holding off that push, but it wasn't really about busting the natural. All he needed to do, take out the third base, so mission accomplished for Ultra. And oh no, losing a few of the mutas in transit, and now really the jig is up. It's time, and now running right over those science vessels. I think there's more science vessels than mutas right now.
Yeah, I think you're right on that, and it's, I think, time for iopq to either tap out of this game or get really, really dirty here and start throwing down bases like at every different location. Just drop bases anywhere he can and try to get some gas going. Get these Ultralists online. You got to play Refugee Zerg at this point. Otherwise, you're just going to get kicked out.
I mean, they are 4-1 Ultras, so Carapace coming through, and now, oh, with some nice Scourge, catching a couple of vessels out there. I think they did have energy, too, so some nice moves there. First Irradiate coming down. Do we see another one? Honestly, Irradiates and clumps of Marines honestly might help a little bit. And they are getting the Ultras on top, but there's no support here. It's just 3 unsupported Ultras against a big, bad ball of bio. And with more popping here, I think they might have come in a little bit too piecemeal. Look at that D-Matrix again on the Marines. Ultra styling a little bit here. He protects the bio ball for now, and he's got drop ships in the main.
Yeah, this drop is going to end this game. Nothing that iopq can do about this one. He's losing his Ultras at the front. Looks like he will clean up everything, but the Irradiates are going to finish some of them off, and there's nothing here to defend. Finally, some Ultras do start to pop, but all the drones have been killed, and he's going to go after that dropship. Can he actually get it? No, just 1 Scourge left. Not going to be enough. And, okay, well, clearing this up, I still feel like it's pretty well over. Oh, there's still more units in this dropship, dealing more damage. Ultra really styling right now. Gonna drop on the low ground as well. Just be super annoying.
Yeah, I mean, this is just style points from now on out. Ultra just doing such an incredible job. This is, how many bases do you need to play like that? Yeah, 2 back at home, pumping everything he needs, and with more bio dropping out of this dropship, I mean, this is just gonna run these Ultras around. It's taking your dog for a walk at this point. iopq down to 41 supply, and just sort of savoring his last moments in this match.
Yeah, another base is going to try to come up here in the top right. iopq has to keep that alive. And Ultra, all he needs to do is deny that base one last time. And there's no hope for iopq. We're getting close to that 20-minute mark. I mean, well, I guess we're still a little ways away from that, from mining out in our main and natural. But you need more than 2 gas geysers to maintain Ultralist production. You need at least 3. 4 is much better, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if it's about maintaining. At this point, it would take a miracle for iopq to come back in this. He is trying to get that fledgling upper right base coming through, but he's struggling. He's in struggle town. For Ultra, he's coming back out with another Huge ball of bio out there, and as he looks to maybe expand behind this, I don't even know if he needs to. Actually, I think a lot of the action happening right above where we're watching. The irradiated Ultras coming down, and this is what he needs to get on top of that. The Carapace is really helping these Ultras out, but obviously the Irradiates will deal with them in short time. 1-2 done for the Marines also, so they do a great job making short work of those, and with no economy behind this, iopq cannot keep supporting these Ultras, and that means it's Ultra time across. The Ultras are dead, but Ultra is not dead. Just pay attention to that.
Ultra's gonna win. Okay. I love it when players name themselves after. Yeah, it's just great for the casters.
Other race?
Yeah. Zealot, or I don't know.
No. The Eraser coming through on top of the drones, and that is the adding insult to injury. What a way to end things. Oh man, I mean this is it. The drone's running for cover. The third base is dead, and so will everything be in the main. This is the out move if I've ever seen one. Yeah, if he doesn't tap out pretty soon, we're just gonna be watching. There it is, GG, iopq out of the game, and Ultra moves on with a 2-0.
Great game there by Ultra, hanging on in pretty nasty situation there. A lot of mutas did a lot of damage that is naturally got forced back up into the main, but it's a story as old as time. Terran player, you don't really need more than 2 base to put the pressure onto Zerg. Zerg needs to take that third. Even if you push them back, if you ravage their economy, once they have those tech units online, mutas really don't do anything anymore. And he was able to recover. Ultra was able to recover and knock out our only Zerg player here in this group. Unfortunately, iopq is out, and our next game going to be Jumper versus Ultra.
Yeah, not only just the only Zerg player in this group, the only Zerg player in the tournament, if I'm not mistaken. I think we do have some extra players that signed up that just walked in. And then also there's maybe some random, players coming up later. So we may have more Zerg action out there, but for now, iopq summarily defeated. He did have that one win versus Jumper, which is pretty cool, but now speaking of Jumper, we've got him coming up against Ultra, and he was up here a few minutes ago. I don't know if you guys were caught that, but he was asking, what are we doing? Is this top 2 get out? Did 3 players make it out of the group? I don't know why you would play a group with 3 players advancing. That's like, why don't you just have everybody play everybody, and then no. Anyway, 2 players advance. That's what the final bracket's for. That's why it's called the final bracket. And OyA is there, awaiting Jumper or Ultra, who should be getting into game. Every time Mr. Zero runs away, he's running away to make sure that the lemmings are playing nicely with each other. And it looks like the players are good to go. Jumper has actually been practicing in the meantime, and he does have to win here. This is it. That's why they call it the decider. So yeah, Jumper and Ultra coming in to our next game. It is a TVP, of which we may be seeing many, although the mirror matches have been fire. The Go-Go's and Readies are in the chat. That means we are already ready for our decider match. It's a Jumper versus Ultra coming up. And now, in the bottom right-hand corner in the red, from South America, this is the Terran player Ultra.
And in the top right, our Thai Protoss player, Jumper, here in the blue.
That's right, from Thailand. I don't think we can mention that enough. Honestly, it's just so cool to see a hometown hero. I think his mom's here with him, videotaping and recording. And honestly, where was that support when I was growing up? Mom. No, I mean, it's just super cool. Obviously, she's watching right now. Biggest fan. No. It was just super cool to see a guy like that with not only support, but also a really, I don't want to say interesting playstyle because everybody knows what interesting means. But I mean, he did build three Stargate Corsair earlier. So I'm just going to, that's never going to leave my brain. I did see it happen, guys. It wasn't just a mirage. But either way, I mean, it is a PvT, and I mean, they're not cross spawns, but let's see who scouts first or correctly. And honestly, for Ultra, I wonder how long he's going to be able to keep going here. I mean, this is kind of a long group. It's a long day after 40 hours of travel. And, I mean, he did get a good night's sleep last night from what I heard. So he's going to have to go the distance today, whereas Jumper kind of just came down from his home. So we'll see how long they can last. This is going to be, hopefully, a good best of 3.
Well, hopefully he can make it through here. Even if whoever wins here has to play yet another series. So a lot of best of 3s for a player like UltrA. If he manages to take down Jumper, he's going to be pretty tired at the end of Group A.
Whew, yeah, I mean, I haven't even been playing, and I have already starting to feel it. This is, let's see, it is about 4 p.m. here in downtown Phuket. We are at the Legacy Esports Arena in the VIP zone, apparently. That's what it says right up there, which makes us VIP, apparently. But either way, we are here to talk about StarCraft. And so for UltrA, this is kind of a rebound. You know, he really looked a little rusty in his first few games of the day. But coming through in the last series and now fighting UltrA for his chance to make it out of the group, this is where it counts. So finally, we are going to see UltrA move forward first, barracks in his base and not across the map. So nothing crazy happening so far.
And Jumper getting cheeky here, taking a Nexus first, but it's not cross map. There are opportunities right now to where UltrA can punish Jumper's very macro-centric play, his greedy opener here. Once he spots it, he does see it now. Is there still time to actually pull the boys and try to kill this Nexus?
Well, I haven't seen an SCV train across the map just yet, but we may be in for it. No, I totally agree. I mean, getting scouted first here has to feel terrible from Jumper. And you saw the eyes on UltrA as soon as he realized, hey, wait a second, what's going on over here? That's a Nexus. And now, oh, there it is. It's time. Coming across the map. This is the boys. They are being pulled and heading to downtown. This is not going to be good. 2 gateways and a dream here coming up to try to hold what is a very, very difficult push coming through. Honestly, those Marines are cheerleaders at this point. It's all about the SCVs up at the front, coming around, even joining their comrade up front. And one lonely Zealot trying to get, oh, he does get around the corner. Oh, but he gets caught in amongst those SCVs. Oh, one more hit. Oh, one more. Oh, and he gets his side blades down to take out a Marine. Absolutely huge. Losing his Zealot, never good. But these hits on the Marines are really causing UltrA to back up. Whoa, second Marine going down. And honestly, can he micro through that? Oh, he kills the SCV. Oh, doesn't get an extra hit there, but a Vulture coming through is really, really going to make this a scary, scary push. First Dragoon is out, but he needs more than just a Dragoon and a Dream. No, he's going to get blocked up. He's got a micro, rather. That's the other one. Back down. He does take out the Vulture. So, wow. Is this a hold?
It's getting close here, but the SCV is going to get around this Dragoon. Dragoon goes down. The bunker is going to finish. A lot of probes have fallen. He's going to retreat with just 2 probes back into the main, and I think the Nexus is actually going to go down. That's it.
Yeah, that is it. Oh, man. I mean, look, it was a valiant effort, but yeah, triple repairing the Vulture. This is adding insult to injury. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 SCVs. The immortal Vulture. Oh, no. Well, yeah, UltrA seems like he knows how to deal with a 12 Nexus.
Okay, well, let's just let's hold on for a second, because there's only 1 Marine in this bunker, and it's actually targeting the pylon right now. As you can see, it's targeting the pylon instead of the Nexus. So the Nexus is still very healthy. We've got the goons out here. He's going to repair once again. 4 on the repair. Oh god, Jumper just not paying attention to this Dragoon at all. He's trying to get up this ramp back at home. He's actually going to get up here, but 1 Marine is going to kill? No, just barely. Now with 10 HP, it survives.
Yeah, that feel when you're microing in the wrong place at the wrong time. The Nexus, yeah, the pylon was saving it a little bit of HP for a second there, but with mines out now, oh, well, when the observer comes down, no, it's not going to happen. This Nexus is out of there. I mean, it is going to take some time to fall, but look at the body blocking, the Vulture getting into the main. Oh, no, going from bad to worse.
Yeah, the Vulture getting into the main is just the cherry on top here. He will retreat with a bunch of these SCVs. He's going to kill the pylon first. Eventually, this bunker will go down. And back at home, we're just now starting our command center. So we're not you know, we're not in the best situation possible, but we killed enough probes, I think, that Ultra's going to be very happy with his spot here. He's got mines out in the front. He's going to repair this bunker just to delay the Nexus as long as possible and get more mines here just to slow down Jumper from doing any sort of counterattack.
And this is fine, right? You're just trading economy. No Nexus down there, but Jumper pushing forward. He's going to come through. And yeah, there's only one Marine in there. So, whoa, no! He baits him into the mine! That was a sick play! Okay. The hubris coming down the ramp with no detection. I mean, he kind of deserves that one. And obviously, a command center on the way here for Ultra. Factory spinning, pumping out units, and I think Jumper might have like one last hurrah here. He is in such a bad place.
The one thing that you can do is try to double expand from this position, but generally when you're doing that, it's because you ran all your probes away from the earlier Nexus. You ran away from the Nexus first and preserved a bunch of those probes so that later, when you finally do get out on the map, when you take double expansion, you're going to have enough to kind of saturate most of those bases and really benefit from that income. But he lost so many probes at the beginning here with that, trying to hold on against the bunker rush. He's just in a really bad position at this point. He's not going to be able to easily take double expansion. He's going to have to pull out something really sneaky, and Ultra is basically buttoning up everywhere right now. He's got turrets at the front. He's going to be adding on turrets everywhere. It looks like this is just a probe, I think, in the shuttle. There's really nothing here. There's no Reaver, I don't think, in this. He's just kind of trying to frighten Ultra right now.
Yeah, watch him drop this out. This is the sickest mind game. I wonder if he's going to actually make an expression. And now, yeah, I think you know it's fake at this point. Yeah, runs it down and out again. And nice try there, buddy. No, I mean, Jumper had to try something. It's not like he's in, like the worst. No, there it is. Yeah, GG. You can see the smile on his face. Like, I mean... There it is. Okay, well, I mean, Jumper's going to put himself on the board, not in the way you wanted, but for Ultra, I think that's got to make him feel good. I mean, trying a 12 Nexus in your first game, at least you get a response after this, right?
Yeah, so the 12 Nexus play is not a bad play on a 4-player map. If you get lucky and happen to have cross map, then, you know, you get a pretty good opener and a pretty good chance of winning the game. Cross map Nexus first is brutally difficult to fight against, but unlucky there. He got the close Nexus and he decided to fight with the probes. I think that was also kind of a bad call there. Maybe just pulling away the probes and waiting for Dragoon range to finish, you know, taking the loss of the Nexus, but coming back later with a better economy.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not, you do have to pull a bunch of SCVs. You lose the Nexus, you trade that off a little bit, and then you try to, you know, play your way back out of that. And honestly, a lot of this does take practice. So if you see your Protoss opponent going for like a 12 Nexus, you got to do something about it. I think a lot of players feel that stress. It's like, oh, now I got to go make it happen. And you're not guaranteed success. It's not as easy as Ultra made it look. But on the other side, you have to know what it's like if you're going to play 12 Nexus, how to come back after that. Because it's not 100% success rate by far. So I think Jumper did an okay job, but he did lose a lot of probes there defending. And yeah, I just knew he was in a bad spot. Didn't even have enough minerals to spell anything out in pylons in the middle of the map, but we still have one more game, and I'm expecting some shenanigans if he gets into a rough spot.
Yeah, maybe. It was pretty funny he picked up that probe. I guess he had already decided to tap out.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, I'm just gonna go build something on the other side of the map. But gotta give props to Ultra there. He did a great job blocking the Protoss units there with his SCVs. That's the hardest part really with that bust, is getting your SCVs in front of the Marines to block them off of your damaging units.
All right, it looks like we're ready to go for our second game in this decider. Best of 3 series. Ultra up 1-0 over Jumper. Let's get into game number 2. And here we are. It's time for Neoluna in the upper right-hand corner in the red from South America. This is our Terran player, Ultra.
And in his home country, down here in the bottom left, in the blue, it's Jumper.
Yeah, okay, there it is. Game number 2, and everything's forgotten. You know, you can start however you want. It's cross spawns this time, and we in our omniscience as viewers and commentators and everyone in between can see that. So if he wants to go for it again, you know, they never expect the second 12 Nexus, but probably you want to try to play a real game this time and really show what you have to represent here. I don't know. I mean, I wish that we got a chance to see that play out a little bit more evenly, but I don't know. Maybe you got to try for it. And we're learning a lot about Jumper. He definitely plays his own style. This guy is not downloading Korean VODs every night to learn the meta. He is really doing his own thing, and I love to see that. It's really exciting to see. It's 2023. People are doing it for themselves.
Yeah, you can tell that Jumper is a true Protoss player, man. Throwing down the Nexus first. Playing, you know, these kind of cheeky builds for the most part as well. I think he's going to go for Nexus first again, and this time it's actually going to pay off big time. He is cross-spawn right now. Oh, no. Okay, he started to send out a probe there, but I think he's definitely going Nexus first, right? Like, he's got 300 minerals. Yeah, he's doing it. That was funny. Sending out the probe way too early.
I mean, I said it, but like, these are the things that you just have to say. I didn't expect to see it come through. And honestly, this is going to be so sick if Ultra cross scouts first. I'm going to laugh so hard. I mean, I'm already going to laugh so hard. This is going to be a great game. And I love to see this from Jumper. I mean, Jumper already, I was talking to him earlier, and you know, he does have experience playing against some of these guys, but not against Ultra. And he knows he might be a little bit of an underdog here. Ultra obviously is very, very good, but let's see how he deals with this. He is scouting south, so not going to cross scout. And that means he's going to be slow on the uptake, and it's going to be a long, long way to run your units across the map here. Factory already on the way here, too, so we're not going to see an expand from Ultra. So he actually might be able to get some damage done here. Let's see how long it takes him to figure out where Jumper is spawned, because, I mean, obviously, if Jumper is spawned top left, then he would just absolutely never know about this. So this is going to be exciting to watch round 2.
Once again, with the 2 gate here, Jumper actually adding on that gas right away as well. A little bit supply blocked right now. He does need to start another Zealot here in a second. Getting out 2 Zealots right away to try and hold off a SCV pull, but right now he's going to be getting into the natural. So Ultra just getting in here as the Nexus finishes. He sees it. What is his reaction? Is he going to pull the SCVs again? He's got to be feeling like, okay, a bit more confident after winning the first time. But this is cross map. This is different. This is a different story. You're going to have those Dragoons out way faster, and it's going to be way harder to bring everything to bear here against this Nexus first and actually break it open. So Ultra, is he going to pull the trigger? He's sending the Marines. Are we going to send SCVs as well?
I think this is just a feint. I think he actually realizes he's a little too late at this point, just with how late he scouted it. And Jumper got a cross-spawn scout first, so that's some serious ESP coming through from Jumper on the other side. So he made it across. This is going to be scary, right? So you're not out of the woods just yet, but I think, okay, there's the Vulture coming through behind. This might be a little scary. I mean, I think Jumper can hold on, but he's got to back way, way off and not try to fight this straight up. Oh no, Vulture getting right in on top of the probes. That's 1 dead probe. The rest are still mining. No, you got to get these guys out of there through the Marine. And can they find any damage here? Zealot on top, the Marine not being micro. The Zealot does get the Marine kill. And actually the probes in the back have caught another Marine coming through. So that is not bad. I mean, the probes need to get out of there. They will all go down. But I think this is question mark held. Uh-oh, I think this Vulture might just kill oh, okay, there's the Dragoons. Okay. Oh my god, this is so much stress.
Yeah, I don't know how to defend Jumper here. Well, what happened with those probes? Why was he pulling them to fight the Marines? Pulling the probes to the main base and just defending on the ramp would have been a much better choice. Wait for the Dragoons to get there, but he decided to send the probes forward, and now he's got probes here in the natural that have no defense, utterly no defense, and we're getting mines here now too. They're so far away from being able to clear these mines, and he's going to lose probes. Fighting with the probes once again. You got to pull these away because every bit of damage that Ultra gets right now is just critical. Another probe gonna go. What was that? A miss shot? He hit that 3 times. I swear to God.
No, yeah, I think either he missed or the shield did regen just a little bit. But no, That was crazy. And now, the BCU micro! Holy shit! That was sick. Okay, all right. Let's see. The mine, no! Okay, it does get the hit, but he's gonna take out the vulture. Wow. I mean, I wish in every game I played, my opponent made a 12 Nexus to make more probes for me to kill.
I will interrupt you right in front of the game. Do you want to eat something?
Yes. However, I'm busy yelling about video games right now, so I'll eat after this. How about that?
Right, okay.
Okay, thank you.
No, that mine connection. Oh my god, Jumper is gonna risk it all here just to dive forward into the natural with no detection against mines. He gets smacked down. Ouch, losing all his Dragoons here at the front. That was brutal.
Oh, okay. I love the Rustbrand cameo right before Jumper absolutely sends it down the inside and loses everything. Oh my god. All right. Well, it's eating time for everybody else, but we still have a game to finish here. God, guys, get it together. No, okay. Well, I mean, for all intents and purposes, Jumper is in Struggle Town right now. He's gonna have a rough game of this. And I mean, Ultra did get a lot of damage done, but we will get a chance to see a little bit more of this. To Jumper's credit, even though he absolutely did send it into the natural, he's still alive. Wait, what? Ish? No. Okay, never mind.
Jumper's got a smile on his face. He sees a vulture snuck in there again. How did this happen? How does this keep happening? He's gonna lose another 3-4 probes here. Yeah, he's got that smile on his face. He knows that he's in a terrible, terrible spot here, and he's, you know, moments away from tapping out with 30 supply to 54. Almost doubling the supply of a Protoss player here as Terran at just 7 minutes in the game. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Robo coming through here, and I don't know what you build here. Is it the, are we gonna, is the Adune Citadel? No, okay, I mean, we're gonna try some cheesy shenanigans here. You know, Jumper, he's going through his options like, no, that build's not going to win me this game. That build's not going to work either. Okay, I mean, you know, what are you going to do, right? What is there to lose? So we'll see if there's a way to come back from this, but my Crystal 8 ball is not giving me optimistic responses.
Yeah, look at all the vultures out here. He's laying down mines absolutely everywhere. And from what we saw in last game, Ultra is very, very, you know, serious about not dying to some cheese come back from Jumper. He's throwing down lots of turrets back at home, I'm sure. And these big mine connections here, the vultures just running in, destroying everything. There's, I mean, when vultures are just crushing Dragoons, you know it's a bad spot. And Jumper finally does tap out. No comeback DT is going to be allowed in this game.
GG, yeah, that is gonna do it. So congratulations to Ultra, who scared us a little bit at the beginning when he lost 0-2 to OyA, but then battles his way back through the losers bracket, through to the decider, took out Jumper 2-0, and now will advance out of the group along with OyA, who really dominated 4-0 on the day.
God. Sorry.
All right, guys.
Small nuclear explosion went off here.
Who said nukes were good in StarCraft? Wow. All right, so I think that is going to do it for Group A, and that means that we have some tabulation to do. So if you guys want more information on this, obviously Liquipedia has all the information over there. Also, Team Liquid article announcement on this tournament is up there also if you want more information on how you can support this tournament. Obviously, this is on Mr. ZZZero PL's stream. If you're following, if you're subscribing, then a huge thanks to support. We've already got a lot of subs and a lot of, we had a huge host from Steve earlier. Big thanks for all the support out there. This is an incredible event, and everybody here seems to be liking it so far. I'm going to go conduct some player interviews behind the scenes, and hopefully be back for a little bit more. We are going to get Zero up here. We're going to get more casters, even some pro commentary later on once everybody finishes up their games. But everybody else is still playing, and I think that means that it's time for us to head out of here and get something to eat while you guys, I don't know, ruminate whatever happens in between. I don't know, what do chatters do when there's no games happening? I don't know.
Uber streamers.
Oh God. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't give Sam the mic for that one. Okay. Anyway, we can't be too real here, guys. Anyway, okay, we're gonna head out and get something to eat, and then come back for more after a short break. It's gonna be a longer break, guys. So I don't know. I'm not in charge here. But yeah, thanks. It's been fun, and I'll be back later with like some other stuff, I guess. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go eat. So peace out.